now. Good morning, everybody. What's happening? Yeah. Huh? Right. Right on, baby. Hey now. Hey now. Hey now. Hey now. Hey now. Hey now. All right, baby. Let's get this thing started. Good morning, everybody. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you know, right? Yeah. Okay. That too. Hey, you know, I was listening to Homo Cop. I forgot about that bit.
Yeah, you know what? That's
fabulous.
That.
Fabulous. That is an epic. I mean, that thing goes on and on. I got to play that again later. Homo Cop. Yeah. I swear to you, you know, in my distinguished career, Robin, I've done a lot. And Homo Cop is one of those things I forget about.
I didn't realize that we had done something on the lines of RoboCop.
Yeah, I'd like to animate that bit. I love it. It's beautiful. Homo Cop.
Yeah, but all of his investigations are messed up because
his buttocks
is in his buttocks.
Yeah, that's good. That is unbelievable. That's unbelievably good. Homo Cop. You know, that inspires me to do more gay movies, like maybe Gay Titanic.
Yes.
Gay-tanic. You know what I mean? They're on the ship and everybody goes down. Get my drift? All right.
And nobody's complaining.
And nobody cares. We're going down with the boat.
Good.
Hooga. Yeah. All right, listen, we've got to take a break. I've got to do that.
No, I don't want you to.
Yeah, I know. Everybody hates when I go away. I'm the life of the party. I really am. And I see a lot of people on the phone. I'm going to give you some details on the breast implant giveaway. Big breast implant beauty pageant going on Thursday. We got to pick some people for that.
That's today we're picking.
We're picking today, Rod.
Going through the whole list.
We'll be picking that and my nose.
Which will take longer.
I got some stored up bungers. Kevorkian's lawyer, Jeff Feiger's calling in. I forget why. And
I think we wanted to try to get to Dr. Kevorkian.
Yeah, we got to get to him.
I actually don't mind.
Wait, Gary knows why. Why?
Because we want to ask him if Dr. Kevorkian will be willing to give away a free death on the air.
Right, that's what it is. Yeah. I knew I said something to Gary.
Can we choose who?
Yeah. Well, you know, better than breast implants, we give away a free suicide. Come on. The guy with Rosie O'Donnell's garbage is coming in. I just want to see if that's for real or not. I'm kind of curious.
No, it's Rosie. What, is he going to have some signed garbage?
Yeah, that's right. And also, you can win a Private Parts movie theater lobby stand-up, courtesy of Warner Brothers Records. And I should mention the breast implants are being provided by Regional Coastal Surgical Associates on St. George Island in Florida. Call 850-927-3355. I can't believe that blonde from Melrose Place, the new one, the one who plays the stripper, is coming in here tomorrow.
She plays the stripper? See, I don't know anything about it. Melrose Place has a stripper now?
Yeah, she's the hottest girl I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
Yeah. Hey now.
Hotter than Pamela Lee.
And I work with you, so I've seen it all, baby. She might even be hotter than you. I'm not sure. I got to see you next to each other. This girl is so hot.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, baby.
Have you heard about this new show, Dawson Creek?
I've heard the commercials. It sounds like a touchy-feely kind of Generation X television show.
Well, actually, it's a little younger than Generation X.
Oh, really?
Teenagers.
Yeah, baby.
Coming of age.
Oh, is that right?
And I thought, gee, this sounds like it's right up Howard's alley.
Is it modern day? Creek sounds like old.
No, it's just like a small town with a lot of young kids who are, you know, getting sexually active.
There are very few shows with a teenage theme that come up to the standards of Beverly Hills 90210, and I'm being serious. I'm not saying this facetiously.
That's why I said, well, you know, 90210, they're getting a little older.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe you're ready for a new one.
I can overload on those shows. All right, listen, everybody. My stupidity knows no boundaries. I'll be back right after these words. I like that song, I'm Afraid of Americans. I like the video. Yeah, Trent Reznor's a genius. He took Bowie and fixed him up. Propped him up. Got him into shape. Good morning, everybody. So, I opened up the newspaper this morning, and I got to agree with Liz Smith. You know, I don't often agree with Liz Smith, but I have to.
Say that louder.
She says, I don't know about you, but I was watching the Golden Globes. This is Liz Smith saying, and she says, more than anything, I think that guy Ving Rhames, you know, the black guy who was crying and gave his award to Jack Lemmon.
Yes.
I think he really embarrassed Jack Lemmon more than anything. And, you know, I was thinking about it, and I had the same thought myself. I go, you know, how condescending. You know, Ving Rhames gets up there and goes...
People who voted didn't know what to do.
Yeah, like I won, but you know what? Let me give it to you, old man, even though you didn't win it. You know, it's like, hey, don't be condescending to me. And now I know why. I had a squeezy feeling when he did it, and I was thinking about it, and that pretty well sums it up. Like, hey, dude, I'll win my own awards, okay? I don't need gifts. What am I, in the old age home here? What are you giving me, your charity? Ving. I don't even know what that category was. Jack Lemmon and Ving Rhames?
Well, there were TV movies like 12 Angry Men and the HBO's Don King and American Legend, whatever it was called. They were all in the same category.
Actually, okay. All right, I get it. So, me and Liz Smith agreeing for once. I like her thought on that. I thought she would just be some Pollyanna kiss-ass on that and talk about how great a moment it was.
Ving Rhames must not have taken her to lunch, so she's not seeing his side on this this particular issue.
You know, Chris Rock is such a funny comedian, and one of the things that he said on one of his specials was that it's a funny thing, you know, Martin Luther King stood for nonviolence, and he says, well, what's so funny about it is that now every high school and street named Martin Luther King, you know there's going to be so much violence.
That's right. Stay away from those places.
Stay away, man.
If you get lost on Martin Luther King Boulevard, duck.
I thought of Chris Rock when I saw gunman kills 1, wounds 3 at Los Angeles Martin Luther King Day parade.
I know.
And it's pretty sad, but...
Poor Martin Luther King.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Martin Luther King parade, and some black guy came out in an orange flak jacket and started gunning people down. Forcing some people to say the minister's great man's dream was unrealized. Will there be no peace?
Think everybody's saying that, not some.
Just didn't work out, okay? MLK trying hard, trying to get the whole thing done, but just couldn't.
Well, I always say, you know, if everybody claims to have loved Martin Luther King and Malcolm X so much, then stop ruining the places where you put their name.
Yeah, at least, like, go have violence on Bob Hope Boulevard
right,
or stuff.
Yeah, or John Wayne Highway.
Yeah, it's just kind of embarrassing to Martin Luther King. Hey, Steve, you're on the air.
Hey, why do you wear that purple doohickey on your wrist, man?
Purple doohickey?
Oh, you know, as a matter of fact, I'm wearing it. You know what that is?
What is it?
That's for my arthritis. No, that's, you know what that is? That's a hair tie.
Oh, your little band.
Oh, is that what that is?
That's a hair, yeah, I got to take that off.
Yeah, that's kind of girly, man. You've had it on for a while.
Yeah, but I got long hair and I need a ponytail sometimes.
Well, what you do, you come in a ponytail, right? And then you take it off and put it on your wrist so you don't lose it.
Yeah, because I'm always losing these ponytail things, and if I don't put it on my wrist, it's gone. Like I'm sticking it in my pocket now, that means it's gone.
Right,
I'll never
you'll never see it again.
Yeah. And what am I going to tell you, man? I know it doesn't look good on camera, but you know what? It's a radio show, and I forget there's a camera on, and...
Yeah, but you always look like a long-haired freak, man. You put like a girly thing on your wrist.
What a dick you are. What a dick you are. Huh?
Where's the compliment in there?
Dude.
You look like
anything you like about me, you bastard?
You sound like a really cool guy on the radio.
Yeah.
I see you on TV.
I'm not meant to be on TV, douchebag.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what do you look like, by the way?
Who cares? How can I prove it? So what's the
Yeah, well, I still can get laid. You can't. All right, goodbye, stupid. All right.
I guess you got him there.
Yeah. He didn't have much to say about that. Unbelievable. Mike, you're on the air.
How you doing, Howard?
Yeah.
Listen, maybe Robin can help me out. She used to be a nurse. Genital warts. I've had them for years. They go away, and then they pop up again. And what I've been doing is, because I got a small penis, I'm embarrassed to go to the doctor.
Yeah.
What I do is I cut them off with a razor blade.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I do.
Really?
It doesn't even hurt. They bleed like crazy. You just put a little Neosporin on them.
These are...
a couple on my scrotum.
Yeah.
But what I do is I chop them off. I didn't know if that's safe.
Boy, life sucks, man. You know, John, you had these, right?
No, he had genital warts?
Yeah. He had it.
I had genital warts.
But you got rid of them completely, right?
Yeah, I had to go to the doctor and all.
What'd you do?
You know, you go to the doctor and first of all, you know, my general practitioner told me like I should get an AIDS test, so I thought for sure I was going to die.
Yeah, your genital practitioner?
Yeah, and then I went to a specialist and they put a whole bunch of, they get you naked. They put
you thought it was AIDS?
No, I thought that it was like, if I got genital warts, I probably have AIDS also. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's like open, it's like these little, things that are growing off your private area.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's like little, mushrooms.
Really? Like little mushrooms?
Yeah.
And
like I thought it was just a zit, so I was pulling on them.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't come off.
Have you ever had a zit down there in your
Never.
life?
No, I used to get zits down there.
Man.
What as a little kid going through that time?
Really?
Yeah.
You got zits on your genitals? Oh, man. You might have had genital warts from birth or something.
No.
I never heard of those zits. You mean like a pimple?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I used to pop them like you pop them on your face.
Wow. I never heard.
Every once in a while.
Never heard of this in my life. You ever get that, Fred?
No.
I've had them in some strange places, but never
there. John is nasty.
Yeah, so I thought it was, something
Baba
like...
Booey, you ever have zits on your genitals? No, right? I never heard of that.
Like once in a while.
But I just heard the weirdest thing about John.
What?
Grillo was telling me the reason why John claims he's heavy now,
right,
is because he, when he thought he had AIDS or he was all scared, he didn't want to get skinny, so he kept eating and eating and eating.
It's not nice, Joe. You can see that both years. It's the second year I thought I had AIDS, so I was eating like a...
But you had a blood test, and you found that you
No, I didn't get a blood test. I was too afraid to get a blood test, because I didn't want to know.
Have you ever had a blood test?
Yeah, I finally got one, like, 2 years ago.
So why are you still fat?
Now he's had trouble losing the weight.
Well, now
That's called getting older.
Now,
No, the problem was I was on, Nutrisystem, and I lost so much weight. I thought maybe I had, because I was eating so much on that food.
Right.
It couldn't be the food.
So you figured if you eat a lot, you won't have AIDS. That makes no sense.
I figured that if I gained the weight, it was nuts. But I figured if I gained the weight, then it would.
Yeah, you're a retard.
Then I'd be healthy.
No, you'd be a fat guy with AIDS. That's what you'd be.
It was definitely nuts. But anyway, so then you go to the doctor's office and they get you naked and they put a whole bunch of vinegar on your
Vinegar?
Yeah.
Vinegar?
Yeah,
Why?
Because this way it'll show up. It's the only way the warts show up.
Oh, you mean if you put vinegar on your genitals,
then you'll find them.
No matter what, because sometimes they go into remission. You say?
No, in other words, because I can only find one.
Right.
But then when they put the bunch of vinegar on my area, and then I found another one I never knew I had.
Area.
Howard.
So you only had 2 warts anyway.
I had 2 warts, but then they chop them off.
This guy's chopping his own warts off.
He's out of his mind. Because
No, I'm not out of my mind because they go away for like a year. And then they'll come back again.
But Howard, dude, this is the deal that scared me about the whole thing. If you chop them off, you have an open cut.
No.
Yeah.
You put your genitals in vinegar.
Yeah.
What, in a bowl of vinegar?
No, they just take a big sponge and they wrap everything up with vinegar.
And you go over there, and then all of a sudden with the vinegar on there, it irritates your genital warts.
And they turn white.
Once they turn white and show up, what does he do? Chops them off with a laser?
And then doctor takes a shot and sticks them right in them.
Wow.
To numb you out.
Yeah.
Which is painful. And then...
like getting a tooth taken out.
Yeah. Tooth, but this is on your genitals.
Right. And it's really... And of course, you're very nervous, so everything's, it isn't proportionate.
Are you small?
No, but when you deal with this, you're definitely...
Yeah, well, I'm small.
I thought you did say you were small.
I used to think I was small, but I'm not.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been told I'm not by
your wife.
No,
my wife tells me I'm not.
No.
She's trying to make me feel better.
No, girls throughout the years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, girls tell me that too because they want to make you feel good. You know, if you're small, you don't need no girl to tell you.
How could a girl convince you? Never mind. Go on.
I don't think I'm small, but I was
just moron logic.
I know.
It's not moron logic. I used to be everyone's insecure. Everyone's insecure a little bit about their area, so you didn't. You don't know.
I thought I had AIDS, so I ate a lot of food.
It was nuts. It was really nuts.
Moron logic.
No, I admit it's nuts.
All right, king of the stupid.
I used to pop my. But it is the truth. I really thought I had AIDS because I had really.
Go on with the genital.
I had sex. I was unprotected and everything.
So he shoots the thing with some numbing crap, like Novocaine.
Yeah, and then he chops him off.
With what? A razor?
With a scissor. Cuts him off.
Really?
Yeah.
A scissor?
Yeah, or
they hang like skin tags?
Yeah, they just hang like.
And they don't have to go inside and get like a root.
And dig it out.
He didn't get a root, so that's why. Then I had these scabs, and I walk around with these scabs, and that's when I really thought I had AIDS because then I was having sex, and who knows? The girlfriend was cheating on me every other day, so
right.
So who knew how clean she was?
So where did you get the genital warts?
I still don't know.
So the scabs.
I think it was from this girl out in Seaside Heights.
No, but I'm saying the scabs. Is that the same one you had?
Yeah.
I actually had a threesome.
So the scabs. Oh, did you?
Yeah, I brought my friend involved.
A guy?
Yeah.
That wasn't cancer, was it?
Douchebag.
No, I didn't have a threesome with.
You had a guy.
I had my friend. He was sitting there. The guy really, never got laid.
Man, that is gay.
So I asked the girl, "Hey, do me a favor, take care of my friend." So she did. And
what is it? You did her? You did your girlfriend?
No, it wasn't my girlfriend. It was some girl that I met.
Oh, you met some girl and you did her.
Yeah.
And your friend was sitting there while you did her.
Yeah, he was in the same room.
He was watching.
He was like pretending he was sleeping.
No, he was watching.
No, he was pretending he was sleeping.
Okay. And then you said, hey, would you do my friend?
I said, listen, the kid never gets any sex. Do me a favor, just go over there and take care of him.
And she did?
She finally did, yeah.
So he got the genital warts still?
No, he didn't get them, but he didn't have intercourse. Yeah.
Boy, he went with some great girls.
That's pretty gracious, actually.
This was just a guy I met at,
she's the Mother Teresa of sluts. I mean, that's pretty impressive. So, yeah.
Would you ever go? I mean, I got
he's out of his mind, this guy.
I would go. I've been to doctors.
Well, if he's cutting them off and they come back in a year, how come the doctor cuts them off and they don't come back?
Hey, dude, I've been to doctors, and the guy called me needle dick.
No,
I swear to God.
Weird.
How old were you?
Recently, a couple of years ago.
You don't think he was kidding because you were Howard?
Yeah, he was kidding around, but
Howard,
nevertheless, the truth hurts. I mean, you know. But I did it. I went.
When I'm flat.
What?
When I'm flaccid, like you said, it's like a
whole discussion. So go around. Dude, I'm as small as you are, probably smaller. I've never seen anyone. Remember that guy who came in who had the smallest one we ever saw? I'm smaller than him.
I was in jail.
Possible.
I was in jail I was in jail for a little while, and I never saw. I was the smallest guy there.
Yeah. Okay. The guys goof on you?
No.
All right. No. Look, here's the deal. I'm surprised they didn't date you. You probably look like a woman.
That's why they weren't goofing. They were dating.
Then they're dating in jail.
The black guys were unbelievable. And standing next to them after a visit.
I know.
After the visit, they got to check you.
I know.
Everybody comes standing there naked for a half hour.
Aren't you jealous when you see that?
Do I get jealous? I get pissed.
Yeah, me too. That's not right.
No,
well, I told you what happened to me in the sauna, right?
Everything.
What?
Black guys aren't the big.
They are.
They are. Trust me, they are. I went to an all-black high school.
I was in a sauna in Hawaii. This the special thing that go in all those different tubs of seaweed and all that stuff.
Yeah.
There was a black guy, and he was hung like a...
Yeah, of course. And these guys love to walk around naked
to
make white people feel bad.
I got a theory about
Martin Luther King used to talk about that.
I got a theory. I don't think they get...
Like him at small, he's got all sorts of theories.
Yeah, I got theory on top of theory on top of theory. And you want to know something, man? You're small. You're always going to be small. I'm small, too. What you got to do is, when you're with a chick, you cover up until you get into it.
Oh, I know the routine.
Yeah, you know the routine. You know the drill.
That's why I listen to you, because I can relate to you.
Of course. Hey, man.
I know Howard. You have a small penis, because everything you said is right in the money.
Right.
Nobody can be making that up.
You don't make that up unless you have one.
Right.
The thing about this guy, Howard...
what about this guy?
Is that when you get these things chopped off, they have to send them to a lab to see if they're cancerous. Yeah.
Oh, man.
So he's chopping them off. You don't know if they're cancerous or not.
You see, I don't even want to know that. I just had a blood test.
Yeah, but dude...
And everything checked out.
Yeah, but dude, here's the deal. Right?
What blood test did you have?
I had a blood. I wanted to check it out, and I got a clean bill of health.
All right.
But I'm very nervous about these things that keep cropping up.
Well, if I were you, that takes a lot of balls to be chopping off your own genital warts.
It doesn't hurt at all.
I know, but I'm just saying, I would go to a doctor and say, hey, look, man, so you got a small... He's probably seen tons of small ones.
What if there's a nurse in there?
But how? When you get a physical, you always got to, pull your pants down.
And I hate that, too.
Yeah. I hate that, too. I get very nervous and I start sweating. My armpits get all smelly and everything.
It gets even smaller when I'm in a cold.
Yeah, and I always think, why can't the doctor... Like, sometimes I come out of the shower and I'm looking okay. Because I'm a little, I don't know.
Why can't the doctor be looking now?
Yeah, why can't the doctor come over now and examine me? And then sometimes, even when I'm in the waiting room, the nurse puts you in there, and you're sitting there waiting, and you know you're going to be examined down there if you're having a problem.
You freeze up.
What I do is I put my hand down my pants and try to get myself excited, and I can't because I'm in the doctor's office.
Yeah, no, I've definitely gone through that.
Yeah, and I go, well, how am I going to be excited when the doctor looks at me?
And I won't even let my girlfriend see me unless I play around with it. That's why I know when you're talking about getting
Yeah, all right. We don't have to go into it. We don't have to get too explicit.
May I relate an experience to you?
Yeah.
I had to go see a doctor.
Well, you got no problem down there, Baba.
Well, but listen, this is maybe one of the most embarrassing things that ever happened to me. I had the skin condition down by my crotch area. Right?
Yeah.
It was nerves. I'd gone to see my regular doctor a bunch of times, and he said, if it recurs again, I'm going to send you to a dermatologist.
Okay.
So he sends me to the dermatologist, and when I get there, it's a woman.
All
right. I had to drop my drawers to a woman.
Is she hot?
She, I was like 23, and she was like in her middle to late 30s. She was like attractive, but it wasn't,
Right.
So I think I have the skin condition, right?
Right.
So in the meantime, I was working for you for like 2 months.
Right.
And she looks on my thing and says I work at WNBC. says, what do you do? And I said, oh, you know, I work on Howard Stern. She says, oh, my husband is a huge fan and everything. Dropped my pants. I got crabs.
Discovered your crabs?
Yeah. So the only time I dropped my pants to this lady, which I'm already freaking out about,
right.
and I think she's going to help me with this really bad skin condition I have.
Right.
And she goes, I remember she looked up and she goes, oh, my God. She goes, you're infested.
Oh, really?
Because I thought it was a skin condition.
You never saw the crabs?
I did. I had them.
No.
You can't see them?
No, you could see them.
No, I guess I didn't. I thought I had the skin condition went away. The crabs came like sort of at the same time. But I had to show my whole thing to this woman.
Which
right.
Those are the worst, Howard.
What, crabs?
What happened? You had
John's had it all.
Petri dish.
You know what the
Those are the only two things I had.
I was living with my parents.
Right.
So, you know, you can, you know, using their towels and stuff. Imagine
right.
I give my dad
Howard, imagine this.
What would I do?
I know. And then your dad gets crabs and your mom thinks she's cheating because he's got crabs.
Yeah, nobody's going to leave. You got them from Baba Booey.
Yeah.
I go home and I take every towel in the house, every sheet off the bed, and turn like the washing machine up to like as hot as it'll go. And my mother goes, what are you doing? And I made up some ridiculous story that I think she bought.
Wow, your mom's real, I don't want to say she's stupid, but...
Well, my dad knew what was going on. My dad just looked at me and he goes, what are you doing?
Wow.
Howard, I had them.
I mean, what's with your mom that you're washing when do you ever wash the towels
when
and sheets?
does the son come home and wash the lawn?
My mom is, when it comes to me, she just wants to believe the best.
Right. Yeah, but if I started all of a sudden going into my mom's house, washing sheets and pillowcases and towels, and
she'd probably have you taken to a hospital.
Yeah, she would at least have me, have some discussion with me.
You know what it is? I took all the sheets off my bed, all the towels, and I told her that the doctor said I had the skin thing, and that I have to wash everything in really hot water.
Oh.
So my father goes, "What are you, stupid?
Yeah, right.
What are you up to, you idiot?"
Yeah. You should have burned down the house. That'd be easier to explain. See, Mom, I'm a pyromaniac. Oh, okay, son. As long as you don't have crabs.
But there's nothing more embarrassing than taking your pants down to a woman that you're not going to sleep with.
Yeah, right.
Howard, is John still there? Because did he get it taken care of after the doctor or what?
Yeah, what happened after the doctor burned off your warts?
I'm not going through that.
Then after a couple of months, the scabs, went away, and everything was fine again.
And it never came back?
Never came back.
Wow.
Never got him back.
No, that was like 5, 6, 7 years ago.
I would go to the doctor, man. I mean, you got to just suck it up and figure, well, he's going to see. He's not allowed professionally to laugh at the size of your penis.
Yeah, but I know what you're saying.
What can he do if it just happens spontaneously?
I went to a doctor, a couple of months ago, and I had to show him my penis, and I know he was laughing.
Happened?
I mean, he looked at it. I mean, I'm sure he was like, Jesus Christ. I mean.
But, I think everybody has that problem.
Yeah, not like me, though.
No.
Except for this guy. I could tell he's in bad shape, too.
I know.
Yeah, it sucks, man. It's not right.
Not only that. Yeah, but I'm good looking, though.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't even have that.
Huh?
I don't even have that.
No, you're good looking.
Nah.
If he thinks you're good looking, he ain't good looking.
Yeah, right.
Oh, and don't get a nose job either.
I ain't getting one,
That's
man.
another thing I had done.
Nah. You had a nose job?
I had 2 of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you must
change my voice, sniffling all the time.
Right.
Really?
Did you do that yourself, too?
What?
You can't breathe. Yeah, you can probably give himself a nose job.
That's right, do it yourself. No.
Where did you do that? Where do you live?
I did that in the bathroom also.
Yeah, where do you live, man?
I used to live in New Haven, Connecticut.
So you probably got some schlunky doctor from New Haven.
No, this guy was good. He was in the top of his field.
Yeah, that's why you can't breathe.
He was advertised on the buses.
Yeah.
Actually, there were complications.
There was?
If you have thick skin,
yeah,
the thing doesn't take right.
Is that what he told you? All right, listen, douchebag, I got to go. Go to the doctor. Let him look at your wiener.
Yeah.
Big deal. So you know what you need to do? Just get drunk. Like you're going.
Go to some doctor you're never going to see again. Don't even worry about it.
You know what to do? Go to some doctor in some rural town. Let him remove him, then kill the doctor.
As long as I don't have to keep going back and back.
No, I never went again.
You don't have to keep going back.
If it's a one-shot deal, and it'll.
So he'll see it. But how's this guy? If it's on the stem, how's this guy going to get them taken care of?
That's the thing.
What do you mean?
See him if I'm not.
He's saying his genital warts are on the stem, and how
I had them
when a guy's that small, you can't see no stem.
I had them in between.
You had them in between?
I had them, between.
Between?
Between.
Between?
Yeah, I thought you would know what that means, but all right. Well,
what do you say? Oh, the taint?
Yeah, the
taint. The taint. Oh, is he weird?
It's John.
You had him on the taint?
I had one on the taint and one on the,
On your stem.
Yeah.
So how did he see? Oh, you're a pretty good size. But I'm telling you this.
No, but you lie down on this table. And
he finds it.
Yeah, and the doctor inspects.
He does?
Yeah, he goes.
The doctor will look as long as it takes.
How's he going to inspect a guy who's got nothing there?
He'll find it.
Yeah. Because I hate laying down on a table having a guy inspect me because then I feel like a little baby in a diaper because
they turn white.
Well, I'm just saying I'm so small and I'm laying down. It makes me even look worse.
No.
Yeah.
You look better when you're lying down.
No, I look worse.
Oh, no.
You look worse.
You do, trust me. That makes you feel like a child. Oh, man, because, like a normal-sized man will hang one way or the other.
You're not doing anything.
I ain't hanging. There's nothing there, man.
Probably go to a pediatrician to have this done.
Yeah, I go to a pediatrician. You ought to go to a baby doctor.
Maybe with all the other kids there, I'll feel big.
Yeah, go with the babies.
All right.
I've seen babies bigger than me.
Thanks a lot.
All right, man. Later, dude. All right, there's a guy with some problems. It's a medical problem.
Well, thank goodness we have our expert here who's had every genital disease.
Yeah, you haven't burned off, huh, bro?
Yeah.
Okay, well, there it is.
Chop right off.
You got a little information this morning out of the show. That's good. That's a good show. Yeah. We'll be giving away a free boob job on Thursday. We're going to have a beauty pageant here. We're going to pick 5 finalists from all of the women who have been calling us. And you don't need to call anymore, quite frankly, because we have all of our nominees. The breast implants are being provided by Regional Coastal Surgical Associates on St. George Island in Florida. Call 850-927-3355. Got a lot of people involved in that. Also, a lot of people waiting on the phone. Let me just pop through a couple of these phones, see what we got on the line here. David, you're on the air. Go ahead.
King of all media.
Hey.
Good morning, Robin, my chocolate cake.
All right, Robin, beautiful chocolate cake.
Good morning.
Hey, I went and saw Penn and Teller over holiday vacation in Philadelphia, and Penn was dissing Robin.
Penn was saying bad stuff about Robin?
Oh, yeah.
What did he say?
On stage?
Well, he actually mentioned you, Howard, on stage.
Yeah.
Like 2 minutes into the act, he was bad-mouthing Uri Geller. He didn't mention Uri Geller's name, but he mentioned your name like 2 minutes into the act.
Well, what do I got to do with Uri Geller?
Because Uri Geller was on your show.
And big deal.
Ben and the Spoon. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Those magician dudes are...
they always are having rivalries.
Well, I'll tell you the truth. No one can relate to their agenda except other magicians. I got to talk to magicians. They go, yeah, Penn and Teller are really cool because they're against Uri Geller. And I'm like, okay, man.
Yeah, which camp are you in?
Yeah, dude, life's too short. I'm not against Uri Geller or Penn and Teller. I don't even care what they do. I just have a personal problem with Houdini, okay?
So
and they all worship Houdini, and Penn and Teller love Amazing Randy, but they hate David Copperfield, but now they like David Copperfield because they met David Copperfield. And oh, my God.
Did they switch on David Copperfield?
Oh, it's a whole mishegoss.
So what did he say about me?
Okay, so afterwards, what they do is they run up the aisles and hang out in the lobby so you can get autographs, right?
Yeah, that's being men of the people.
Yeah, so I went over to Penn and waited in line, and there was a bunch of people kissing his ass. And right before I got up there, this couple rolled up their kid in their wheelchair, kind of like a little sympathy thing. So
yeah, so Uri Geller would have cured that kid.
Yeah, exactly. If he was a real magician, he would have made the kid walk.
That's right. That's real magic.
Yeah. So so I got up there and I said, so how's Robin in the sack?
Yeah, and what did he say?
He looked at me like, huh? Like I asked him what kind of fish you like,
Hey, dude, no offense. Don't drag out the story.
Could you just tell us what happened?
You're the biggest bore on the planet. Tell us what happened.
Thank you.
It's probably a 30-second story.
Got it. So he said, oh, that's just something Howard made up, and I didn't date Robin. So
that's not dissing. That's the truth.
Yeah, well, as I was walking away, he goes, yeah, but if I had to guess, I'd say she's pretty lousy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, let me guess about him.
Yeah, I can't imagine he's moving too good.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of women. Women are diving to get to his bed.
He's famous, and I don't think women are diving to get into his bed. All right, dude, later. Yeah, Penn's a good dude, though. We dig Penn and Teller. They're okay.
He's okay.
Yeah, he's okay. He's not a bad guy.
He doesn't do our show anymore, but he's okay.
He wants to do our show.
Have they been calling? I don't know.
Yeah, we keep him off.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
He what?
To do Robin.
That's right. They're good guys, though.
Hello, Gary. This is Penn. I'm calling to get Robin's phone number. Or better yet, tell Robin Quivers to call me anytime. And leave a message for me. Have her call me soon. Okay? Bye-bye.
Comedy Central uses Penn as the voiceover guy, and it's probably the best thing about Comedy Central.
Yeah, he's their James Earl Jones.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, to hear him doing it. Dan, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Morning, Howard.
Hey.
Hey, wanted to know what you thought of Marilyn Manson's book.
Haven't read it. I didn't even know they had one.
Well, there's a clip of it in Spin magazine, and man, I was riveted, just like your book, man.
Yeah, good book.
Oh, well, I mean, the clip that they had in there, I couldn't put it down till I was finished.
Why? What did he say?
He was talking about how he was hanging out at your private parts party and hanging out with everyone there, and how he met Fiona Apple and with Tracy Lord. And
wow.
It was, I think it's going to be a good book.
All right, I'll check it out.
If maybe you might have had an event.
I got a copy of Spin at home. I'll take a look at the clip. I saw his picture on the cover. I just haven't read it yet.
Yeah, I didn't think it was out yet. It's coming out.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be out in the middle of March, but...
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thanks.
All right, hey, F. L. Ron Hubbard.
Right. Annette, you're on the air.
Hi, Howard. Hi, Robin.
Good morning.
Loved your book.
Thank you.
I'm responding to the guy with the genital warts. I'm a nurse at a dermatologist's office.
Yeah.
First of all, warts are viruses, and when he cuts them off with a razor, he can spread that.
Right. Yeah, I know. It sounded kind of kooky to me. He's got a small penis. What do you guys do when the small penis guy comes in? Do you all goof on him afterwards?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, mostly, there's 3 different types of treatments.
See, at least she's honest.
You can cut them off,
yeah.
Okay, which they take an anesthetic, which includes...
And it's worse for me because I'm famous, and then they're really talking about my stuff.
Well, yeah, they got a name to put to the small penis.
Yeah, like, hey, it really is kind of tiny.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can cut them off, okay?
Right.
And then, if not that, they use liquid nitrogen.
Yeah, they freeze them off.
They freeze them off.
That's cool. I would do that.
The only problem is it hurts really bad,
oh.
and you have to come back for several treatments.
Oh, forget that.
Oh, the cuttings you just do once?
Sometimes. See, the wart can come back because it's a virus. The wart is actually in a larger area than just the cap. It's actually larger underneath the skin.
Life sucks.
That's why I wondered why they didn't have to go deeper and cut something more.
How do you get that from intercourse?
That's
How do you get that from intercourse?
Yeah, you can get it through intercourse. There's several types of warts. You can get facial warts. You can get warts that children get, like plantar warts on their feet and hands.
Yeah.
Genital warts are mostly done through contact.
And but who got the first case? Where did that come from?
Yeah, big old wart on your penis.
I have no idea. But if you get them like in the anal area, the warts can go inside you, and you have to get them frozen down. They can go internally. But there's also several treatments. You can use Retin-A. A lot of people use Retin-A for acne.
I don't think there's a way I could get anal warts.
But Retin-A can irritate them enough so it'll make your body's immune system fight them off.
Man.
And then there's a new medication that just came out maybe 2 or 3 months ago called Aldera. And it's a cream that you use for like 3 months, and eventually it gets rid of the warts. Warts in your body is an unknown virus, and your body does not protect you against them. That's why people got them. So.
Darn.
Well, I was thinking about having some sex. I'm sure I'm not going to now.
That makes you go right home, doesn't it?
Yeah. It might,
get a little lunchbox and go home.
It might not be someone new, but at least I ain't getting any weirdness. It's safe. Okay, thank you.
Wait a minute. There's another thing.
Man, you know way too much about genital warts, lady.
She's a wart expert.
You are like a wart-aholic.
On your molluscum contagiosum.
What's that?
That can't be pretty.
That's in adults. This is crazy, but in adults with molluscum contagiosum, it is a sexually transmitted disease. But with children, it's just a virus that can be passed from child to child.
Yeah, but kids don't get genital warts.
They can.
They can?
Now, if their parents have a regular wart on their hand, and they change them and bathe them and take care of them, we have several cases of children who have genital warts.
And they have them for the rest of their lives?
Hey, let's say you got a real small, Johnson.
We freeze them.
But I'm saying, let's say you got a real small one.
Yeah.
So how do you, let's say it's on the stem?
Yeah.
Like if you're so small, how's the doctor going to get to it?
Well, they have this thing called a C-tip where they put the liquid nitrogen in. It's like a gun, and it shoots the liquid nitrogen straight to the wart.
Yeah, but he's saying, how do you find them?
Yeah, if you're so tiny.
Well, I've never heard of the vinegar thing. We don't do that in our office. I mean, they're noticeable.
All right, I want to get off this topic. It's going to be the Willies. All right, the heebie-jeebies. Thank you. Very, very knowledgeable. Way too knowledgeable. Man. Damn. I get into a whole wart thing this morning, man. I wasn't prepared for this.
Wart thing?
Yeah, okay. Hey, you're on the air. Hello? Blake? Everybody says what? Blake. Yo. Blake. Damn you, Blake. Bastard. Hey, so Robin did mention Frank Gifford is off Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
And that guy's on some roll.
What else can happen?
It's pretty funny. There must be a real party going on in that house. Like Frank's looking for sympathy from Kathy Lee, and yet, he's feeling guilty. So.
Yeah, how can he go home and say, honey, I want to cry on your shoulder?
They say in the newspaper he's 67 years old, but me and Robin don't believe it. We think he's older.
Double that.
We think he's 143. Or whatever 67 times 2 is.
I think it would be 134.
Oh, that's pretty close for a guess. Wow. Okay, a couple more calls, and then we're going to go figure out who's going to get, be in the breast implant beauty pageant. Okay, let's see here. Who's this? I don't know. Hey, you're on the air.
My Lord and King.
This is Ken. Ken, you're on the air.
My Lord and King, how are you?
Okay.
A happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
I would like to address your dark-hued queen of all media, if I may.
Yes.
The large-breasted Robin. How are
Robin.
you?
Okay.
I thought he was talking about Fred.
Robin, I go back with you guys since Washington, D.C. I'm a listener. I've been a listener for a long time. I listened to the 8th grade. I'm almost
I love you, but
all right, hey.
The history lesson.
All right. It's cool. Robin, you're dropping the ball with this birthday party thing.
What?
I'm serious.
I know, it's next week. I think it's
not
my clue. I'm clued in that I think it's next Monday.
Who clued you into what?
I listen to the radio station.
The radio station is doing all these promos. I think they're doing it, though.
Yeah, let's get it on already, baby.
Robin keeps denying it. But, Robin, it's on your shoulders.
What's on my shoulders?
This whole party's on your shoulders.
Howard said last year he didn't want any more birthday parties.
Yeah, but that was with a wink.
All the time.
But I told Gary I really did.
He didn't tell me.
We're having it on Monday, I think.
It's not Monday.
Let's hope.
It's no birthday.
But I think it's silly to have a birthday show 2 weeks after my birthday, but I think it's because Gary had a baby.
You're absolutely right. It would be silly, so there isn't one.
I'm going to yell at Gary at the birthday show. That's going to be the birthday show. I'm going to yell at him for the entire show how he blew
it. You can start right now. We're going to have the birthday show today.
I don't understand something.
Yeah.
It's every year we talk about it's Robin's birthday show. Robin gives Howard a birthday show. Then also it's all my fault.
But you're the one who does all the grunt work.
No, I'm the one.
Hold it a second. You went to Robin, this is my theory, and said, I just had my baby. No, he didn't even say that.
She let me get away with that.
No. Here's what you said to her. Robin, when we get back after the vacation, there's not a lot of people around because it's the holidays, and then I couldn't get in touch with a lot of the guests, so I think we should wait 2 weeks till after.
When do you think we planned this birthday show? You've
been planning it for 6-7 months.
So why would 2 weeks after the...
No.
First of all, we didn't plan anything this year.
Yeah.
So therefore...
But let's say you did.
Therefore...
You want to bet on it?
Therefore...
You want to bet on it?
Therefore...
How much money you got?
I'm not finished talking
go ahead.
yet.
Yeah.
Therefore, why would 2 weeks after the first of the year mean anything if it's 6 months in the making?
All right. I know what's going on. All right.
It's disgusting.
All right. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Disgusting. I think it's disgusting. That's good. All right. Paul, is this Paul?
No, Pete.
Pete?
Yeah.
Pete?
Yeah.
It says Paul here.
Oh, that's all right. If I type it fast.
Okay, go ahead.
Said in Cosmo December, the best of the rest. They don't give out Oscars for these less than classic categories, but that doesn't make the winners any less deserving. The following are totally worthy. And it says Best Movie Villain, Paul Giamatti, as Howard Stern's pig vomit of a boss in Private Parts.
Mm-hmm.
And also says Best Comedic Performance, male or female, in a movie, Howard Stern in Private Parts.
Well, that was very nice of Cosmopolitan magazine. Those are the readers of Cosmo.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody who's been to the movies this year knows. Take a look at Burt Reynolds winning an award. Paul Giamatti, this guy is a brilliant actor. Did a brilliant job in Private Parts. These academies, the Hollywood Foreign Press. I went back and looked at the reviews from the Hollywood Foreign Press. Our movie was the best reviewed movie.
I don't know why we didn't get consideration.
Because I'm Howard Stern.
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with me? Everything. Everything but genital warts. I mean, who knows? I mean, it's like, it's me. They won't give me an award.
They're all jealous. They're a bunch of fags.
Whatever. I don't know what they are, but they're just...
And people never can rise above this and just say, you know what, it was a good movie.
Yeah.
You weren't the only one involved. There are others involved.
Yeah, don't give me the award. Give Betty Thomas the directing award or something.
So, Lenny, the writing award.
Yeah.
And Fred.
I was talking to Ivan Reitman New Year's Eve because they called me from Aspen, him and Lenny. And we were just talking and stuff, and even Ivan said, man, Lenny deserves a screenplay nomination. And I said, yeah, I know, but it sounds so weird when you say it's for a Howard Stern movie. And they go, yeah, well, it's ridiculous.
That's the rub.
Yeah, because it's me. No, Liar Liar deserved to be honored at the Golden Globes. The same performance.
And Jim Carrey yawns.
Well, yeah. I mean, even he don't believe it. He's like, what are you guys, nuts?
Yeah, when is the...
I walked through that movie.
Wake up.
Yeah. I mean, there was no depth to the portrayal of the lawyer in Liar Liar. I mean, I think Jim would be the first to admit it. He didn't know what he was doing there next to Jack Nicholson. Really?
Jack was right when he thanked him by talking through his butt.
Yeah. Pretty funny.
That's the extent of the performance.
Yeah.
Thanks, Howard.
Okay, thank you.
F. Yanni.
F. Yanni, right. Or Robin ended up at a Yanni concert. Did you go backstage and hang with Yanni afterwards?
Oh, please.
Party with him?
No.
I'm sure if he knew you were there, he'd want you there.
That's right. I would have had pictures together.
But you say you got swept up in the whole Yanni thing. You were actually digging it.
I said the music is good.
Really?
You know, the musicians, if you sat there and you actually...
The music is good.
Not that the music... Yeah, I'm not going to go away humming a Yanni tune.
Right. But you're saying
these are great musicians.
We'll have to play Yanni's bad music.
Play Yanni's music.
All right, that'll go.
So then you get into the musicianship of these great people.
Wow.
And you have a good time listening to them play.
I'm worried about you.
All right.
No, that new age crap.
I happen to have a very broad...
horizon.
Outlook on life, and I can accept many things.
You're too mature for this show.
Even you know, people always say, you know, how do you do it? Well, I don't have a problem.
Yeah, you dig everything about it. sad commentary on you. Actually, you're very. And what are all these CDs?
What CDs?
Yeah, here's some CD that John just gave me, or Gorilla. They told me I would like this music. Let's see if they know my taste. This is called Daft Punk. I was talking to a guy at a record company yesterday. We were hanging out, and I said to him, so what's good musically coming out? And the guy goes, between you and me, I haven't heard anything.
Nothing.
I was giving the guy like 10 minutes to hype me, you know?
Yeah, kind of a dry spell.
Hey, listen, I'm not going to jerk you off. I haven't heard anything.
Oh, no, not this.
Well, you know this?
I hate this.
I've never heard this.
I've seen this video.
Oh, really? Speaking of videos, I got to go out to California again and shoot the Open to the E show.
When are you doing that?
I don't know. I got to book a time and everything because I went out there, shot this whole cool Open for the E show. The whole goddamn thing didn't come out, man. I can't say the guy didn't warn me. He said it could happen. This is the suckiest song I've ever heard. You know what? I feel like having gay sex right now.
Yeah.
I feel like bending over a chair with another man. Yeah. I feel like walking up to a glory hole and taking my chances. I feel like taking my shirt and tying it up under my breast.
That's right, yeah. And wearing little
white
shorts.
Yeah, little gay tennis shorts. And parading. I feel like going to the Golden Globes with my date, Anne H, and I'm Ellen DeGeneres. Okay? The hell is this?
He thought you liked it.
Hey, you know, speaking of the mob, I'm reading in the paper this morning. Not that we were speaking about it, but I see Henry Hill is on the phone. He just got out of jail.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They say that they're going to arrest the Godfather's son.
Yes.
What's the Godfather's name again?
John Gotti.
John Gotti, his son, John Gotti Jr. That's what they're saying in the paper today.
They've been saying that for a while, that they've been, you know...
This is so gay.
Investigative information on him.
Henry.
Good morning. Good morning.
All right, so Henry Hill is the guy, if you've seen the movie Goodfellas, and who hasn't, because it's a brilliant movie. It's based on Henry's warped life.
I don't see how. You know, the sequel to Goodfellas would be a comedy.
Yeah.
It's a mess.
Yeah, if they ever make another, like a follow-up movie, it'll just be one big joke. Henry in that ridiculous beard and glasses he wore to disguise himself.
All the disguises.
Henry all high and depressed and weepy.
Losing his child to a black family.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you, Henry. Where now? What happened? You were in jail. That's why we haven't heard from you.
Yeah, I was in prison. Yeah.
No kidding. What happened?
How long?
Well, when I left the show, that day I did the show.
Yeah, Henry came down here and visited us.
Yeah.
And then we heard you got taken into custody in Jersey.
Yeah.
Why?
At the airport.
Dope.
I missed 2 planes, and
I didn't know they could lock you up for missing your plane.
Yeah, I missed planes. They never locked me up.
You should be locked up for that. You know, those airlines reserve a seat for you.
That's right. I have broken the law.
Well, Henry's such a criminal that, like, you can't ask him a straight question. Go, Henry, why did you get thrown in jail? I missed 2 planes. Well, come on, man.
I had a warrant for jumping parole.
Ah.
Jumping parole?
Because he wasn't supposed to leave California, wherever he's holed up.
Is that right?
And he came out here to visit us, and he forgot to tell his parole officer. Right?
So that's why they arrested you?
Well, that was one reason.
One?
Then what else?
Many.
Well, being intoxicated on your show.
Right.
Oh, you can't be intoxicated on this show?
No, I'm not allowed to drink.
He's not allowed to use any substance.
This is my parole.
Hey, you saw Goodfellas. He was all coked up.
So he can't drink even?
Well, if you're Henry Hill, you should be allowed to drink.
But look at how much freedom Henry has lost.
I know.
He can't even get drunk.
You might as well be in prison.
Hey, 8 months they had me in there. What a horror that was.
What prison were you in?
Well, I was in Chino for a while. And
where's that?
What?
Forgive me for not knowing where prisons are.
Yeah, we don't know this whole community.
For not knowing the penal system. But where's Chino?
It's in Southern California. Then I was in Folsom. Oh, God.
Did you get your ass kicked?
No, not at all. Not at all. Well, they had me in PC for a while, and then
whatever that is.
Protective custody. And then I got to go out in the population after a few months.
Yeah, and are mob guys in there who want to kill you and stuff?
Not really. No, they got all these new. It's a whole new game in here. These prison gangs. They got these these Nazi lowriders.
So did you hook up with any gangs when you were in there?
Oh, I stay far away from that nonsense.
Yeah, nobody tried to rape you?
No.
Yeah, I seen you.
Yeah, Henry isn't the looker he used to be.
Yeah, Henry ain't looking like Ray Liotta. Yeah. So guys leave you alone and stuff? They didn't shake you down?
No, they attempted to. They got these little punks, running around trying to.
White guys, black guys?
Well, they got all different.
Different colored punks.
What?
White punks, black punks, all kind of punks.
Yeah.
And what do they do? How do they try to shake you down?
They try to tax you. They when you go to the commissary and stuff. It's real horror in there.
I mean, jail isn't bad enough. The other prisoners got to start like.
Well, that's what jail should be.
Yeah.
You shouldn't want to go to jail.
No,
it's a terrible life.
I bet you never jump bail again. I bet you never go out of state again without telling your parole officer.
I bet I don't.
Yeah. You never been in jail before? Oh, you were in jail. You
did time.
Yeah, you did time. In Goodfellas, you did time, but you did nice time because you were a mob member, and they would get you like bread and nice pizza.
Yeah, they had nice pizza parties and spaghetti cooks.
Yeah, the Don would throw a big party every night.
I love how these mafia guys always are such great cooks.
Yeah, they're always cooking sauce. Same movie, every movie, you're cooking sauce, eating sausage.
They're cooking. That's. I'm doing a cookbook. The Goodfellas cookbook, Eating on a Run.
Goodfellas cookbook.
Eating on the Run.
50 simple Sicilian recipes.
Right. All right. So now you're back in. You're out of jail.
Yeah.
You're back on parole.
Mhm.
Right.
You sound like you're not drinking. Well, that's good.
Not drinking.
Right. I don't know why he's.
My parole officer tells me.
I don't even know why he's on parole because. Quite frankly, he went state's witness, and he was in the witness protection program.
Didn't you? Is this from something you did after witness protection?
Yeah, for DUIs.
Uh-huh.
Driving under the influence.
Mm-hmm.
He's got all the lingo.
Wow.
You should be the host of America's Most Wanted. That'd be a good job for you. To be honest with you.
Yeah, that way we'd know where you were.
Yeah. And what happened? The wife left you?
No, she's doing okay.
Yeah.
You still got the girlfriend, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys still on heroin and stuff?
No.
Yeah, all
clean
cleaned
as
up?
a whistle.
Yeah? Her too?
Clean as a whistle.
She cleaned up too?
Yep.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it must be boring over in that house.
No, I'll tell you. No, well, she had to she's in prison also.
Oh, God, she got locked up, too?
What'd she go to prison for?
Well, because she left a drug and alcohol program that she was supposed to do for a year.
Why did she have to? Was she driving under the influence as well?
Yeah, she had driving under the influence of possession.
Possession.
What a relationship.
What a life.
What a life.
So she's still in?
Yeah, she gets out in a few months.
Yeah, he sounds good, Henry, though. He sounds coherent.
Yeah, but the two of them should stay away from each other. They're not good for each other.
Well, who else they got? And you know, she ain't bad looking. That broad you with.
Yeah, Kelly, she's okay.
Yeah, she's
and
all right.
she gets fascinated by Henry's life. You know, I think, you know, you can see her getting turned on when Henry tells us about, you know, his
the mob
escapades.
Yeah, well, she hates Henry and loves Henry.
Yeah, she really gets turned on by all that violence.
Yeah, she goes, oh, this is terrible. Meanwhile, she's getting all hot.
Yeah, squirming around in her chair.
What do? You tell her about killing guys for like about 10, 15 minutes? That's foreplay?
Howard, I never killed nobody.
Yeah.
Oh, listen to that laugh. I never kill anybody.
He wants you to know he killed him.
He knows there's no statute of limitations on murder, so he's not confessing to anything.
Henry put an ice pick in the back of a guy's head. Right, my man?
No, I was there.
You were there, though, right?
Mm-hmm. And the ice pick was there.
The ice pick was there. Henry was there. But yeah, someone else did it. You're supposed to what?
Pardon?
Okay, listen.
Oh, so what?
What? All right, listen. Henry, glad you're out of jail.
Yeah.
Give me an update once in a while, Buck.
I sure will.
All right, man.
All right, talk to you soon.
All right, Henry Hill. Hank Hill, everybody, formerly of the mob. Now he's going solo. He's got a solo album coming out. All right, Henry. That's Hank Hill. Anybody call you Hank?
No.
I do.
Yeah, you get a nice pick in the back of your head.
Yeah, all right, forget it. Henry. Thank you, Henry.
Hey, Howard, fine. Put me on hold. I want to speak to John.
Okay. The party never stops.
Henry's got that girlfriend and us. That's
Hey, at least we don't have to have sex with him. Some listeners sent us listeners are sending me in droves Sonny Bono song parodies. They're not even into Michael Kennedy. It's just Sonny Bono. Yeah. I'll play you this one. I thought this was kind of bad. Then we started playing on the air yesterday, and I don't know. Then
wanted to hear the next verse.
I don't know. You started laughing, and it seemed kind of funny. I don't know.
Sonny, yesterday your head was still attached.
I think it's funny because he can't believe that some guy sat in his house and recorded this thing.
Yeah, I mean, it was such stupid lyrics.
Sonny, you skied and now it's hanging from a pine tree branch. You should have stayed there in Palm Springs, going to restaurant openings. Sonny, trying to ski pine tree.
You see, you're laughing. You make me laugh. If I don't look at you, it's not so funny.
That is stupid. Sonny.
It doesn't even make sense. It's
went to
Sonny.
Ski pine tree.
You want to hear another verse?
Yes.
All right. Oh, we don't. Oh, wait.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought we had gotten the rest of the song.
Well, now I've got 20 of these cards. I can't. I don't know where it is.
That's what we had yesterday.
Yeah, I thought I had it. Gary just handed me something.
Oh, and now see, I was all ready for verse number 2.
Yeah, so was I. Set that up beautifully. Where the hell, Gary? Get in here.
Howard, I saw you put it in the cart machine.
Yeah, well, evidently you gave me the wrong one because
that's the short one.
That's the short one. I don't know. I might have done something. Here's the short version. And I don't know where the long one is. Maybe you can find it. I'm cracking under the pressure. Oh. That's it? That's the long one? So now we got to sit through the first verse again? Yeah.
Oh, well.
All right. I don't think... Maybe I'll do it later.
Sonny, yesterday your head was still attached. Sonny.
guy was real proud of this, too.
And now it's hanging from a pine tree branch. You should have stayed there in Palm Springs. Going to restaurant openings. Sunny, trying to ski. Pine tree.
See, that's the part that you like. Sonny tried to ski pine tree. But just pine tree.
What does that mean?
Sonny.
Oh, now we got backup.
Yeah.
Thank you for the song that we love so. Sonny. Thank you for the Sonny and Cher show. You should have stayed with that pizza face whore. Now you're
Pizza face whore.
Who's that?
Maybe you mean Cher or one of his other wives. I don't know. She's not a whore.
Pizza face whore.
Guy's nuts. Pizza face.
What?
He's nuts. Well, that's our listeners.
Stop it. Are you out of your mind? Howard.
What?
This is, I have to tell you, this is the same guy that wrote Nigger Hating Hat.
Oh, no wonder. Oh, bring that one in. This guy.
He's out there.
Calling people whores. And
Pizza face whore.
pizza face. She's not a pizza face. If she's a pizza face whore, give her to me.
I was going to say, who's he sleeping with? Pizza face.
Yeah, I've seen this guy. What?
This is John the Mailman. I didn't realize.
Yeah, John the Mailman. You know him.
smeared on that sycamore. Sunny, trying to ski. Pine tree.
Yeah. Sunny.
If you knew what Cher was doing, you'd blow your top.
You see,
he's now lost.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Are you done with this?
Yeah.
All right.
It was only a good first verse.
Pine tree wonder.
And ever since this guy wrote Nigger Hating Hat,
he's been trying to get another song.
He sends them in all the time. I didn't realize it was a singer.
Almost made it.
Yeah. And as the guy, he's been on our show. As the guy says, he's not a racist. He was referring to the fact that all these.
It's actually an anti-racism song.
He says big cowboy hats are nigger hating hats. All right.
Well, I'm a country boy. My name is Roy, and I ain't particularly smart. I like to drink beers and beat up queers while I belch and fart. Well, I love booze and I hate Jews, but nothing beats the feeling that I trip on when I slip on my nigger hating hat. Well, it makes me feel bigger. I got my finger on the trigger. I'm ready to go out and hate me some niggers. Where's the nigger hating hat?
So he wrote that song.
And that was a hit.
And that was a big hit. And we were playing, and he was like, well, how can I make money with this? I go, dude, something called Nigger Hating Hat, you ain't going to make money with it.
I don't think that's going to be pressed and put out as a single.
Yeah, I don't really think anyone's looking for that. It might be okay on our show because, we can point out what it's about.
Preface it.
Yeah, Bob, you're on the air.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, Howard?
Yes.
Why don't you open up the breast implant contest to men, too?
Well, we did, but we didn't hear from any good men. And what's with your voice? Is this helium you're sucking?
No, I'm not.
That's your real voice?
Yeah.
What?
Are you serious?
Yes, it is.
Do you want breast implants?
No, I don't want them for myself.
How old are you?
I'm 45.
And you've always had this voice?
Not always. It's developed.
I tell you should call Dr. Kevorkian. I wouldn't want to live with this voice.
Maybe we do have a contest for you.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, because I got Jeff Feiger on the line, who's Kevorkian's lawyer, and we're going to be talking to him in a second. So you want to, this guy's voice, if this is for real, he should be a judge.
Yeah.
This guy could be a gold mine. Didn't I talk to you the other day and you said you wouldn't come down here?
We spoke about the Holy Communion in Sonny Bono's funeral.
Yeah. And you didn't want to come down here, huh?
No.
I'd make you part of the show. You got such a goofy voice.
When we come to you, I got to see him.
Yeah. Do you look odd?
I don't think I look like a Pakistani.
You do look like a Pakistani.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy's a double gold mine. He looks like a Pakistani, and he's got this voice. Yeah.
You're funny.
You call me back when you're ready to come down here.
Okay, I will.
All right, dude. Thank you. Bye.
Goodbye.
Okay. All right, let me talk to Kevorkian's lawyer, and then
he's on the line?
Yeah, but I just got to read you this.
All right.
So this came to me over the fax machine. This is an ad in a gay newspaper.
All right. Now, they have a lot of classifieds because gay guys are always trying to hook up with other gay guys.
Right.
But I looked at this, and I couldn't believe this. Gay Native American male, 34, love to be chased and tickled. Now, what's going on with this guy? That's what he loves, to be chased and tickled?
What? I mean, people are into some weird stuff.
My hobbies include collecting vinyl records, horror movies, martial arts movies. Seeking a white male, 45 to 65, who needs love, companionship, and lots more. Big nose, a plus. Big nose, a plus.
I've never seen an ad like that.
And he likes, so I guess you go over on a date with this guy, and if you hook up, he wants you to chase him and tickle him. Tickle some big Native American from 34-year-old.
Yeah, you got Cochise, right?
I'm all drunk. But that sounds like a party. All right, on the phone is Jeff Feiger. Hi, Jeff.
How you doing? It sounds like he's looking for you.
Yeah, I kind of fit the bill, but the tickling part kind of disturbs me.
You don't want to do that?
I want to tickle him, but I don't want to chase him.
What can you do with your nose with him?
I'm wondering where that nose has got to go.
Yeah. Right, it's got to go somewhere.
Yeah, and something tells me it's where the sun don't shine. I don't know if I can handle that.
Yeah,
Jeff?
Get him together with a proboscis monkey.
And by the way, I saw Jeff on TV with Dr. Kevorkian. I forget what show, maybe 60 Minutes?
Every show.
Every show.
I like the way you had the ghost of Truman Capote. I believe in reincarnation now. The karmic wheel got him as a Pakistani.
Yep, there he is. You think he sounded like Truman Capote?
Yeah, didn't you?
I got to get that dude on the show, man.
I know. What can we do to convince him?
Well, I've tried to convince that guy, but I'd let him come down here and check out the breast implant pageant, but he seems to be kind of weird. I don't know. Anyway, so check this out. I'm a fan of Dr. Kevorkian.
Good.
I like what he does. I like the fact that...
most people.
Yeah, I mean, the fact is that I know a lot of people get old, they get sick, they're in pain, and...
Hey, that isn't even the issue. The issue is, do these right-wing, radical, religious nuts have the right to start passing laws telling us how much we got to suffer before we die?
Yeah,
That's
well,
what they're trying to do.
Because God doesn't like it when we commit
That's
suicide.
right, and they pass these laws. These laws aren't made for Kevorkian, they're made for me and you.
And Kevorkian has zero money in the bank. He's not a wealthy man.
Yeah, he's not getting much out of this.
So Jeff has actually...
He's never made the movie.
Yeah, and Jeff has donated...
He has no private parts.
And Jeff has donated his services to Dr. Kevorkian free.
Is that right?
Yeah. Right?
I don't talk. Sometimes things are more important than money.
Yeah, so you really don't... You do this as a philanthropic kind of thing, right?
Well, philanthropic isn't quite the right word, but I do it because I believe in it.
Yeah, well, I say there's a guy who's putting his money where his mouth is, and I applaud you.
Thanks, man.
So, anyway, let me get right to the point. Do you think... Like, we've been trying to call Kevorkian...
Yeah.
Because we want to give away a doctor-assisted suicide on the air.
Yeah, but Jack won't. You know, Jack likes you. I talked to him about you.
He listens to the show.
But he's generally aware of you, and he likes you because.
See, people like me if they're generally aware of me.
Yeah, they listen.
They listen. They end up hating me.
Your act. He believes he understands what you do as an act.
Right.
And he likes that.
Oh, he likes it as an act.
The fact that you were willing to take it that step further as the act at great expense to yourself because. They were down on you for a long time.
All right, so to answer the question...
But he won't do that. It's
why?
Too serious.
Why?
It's too serious.
Okay, but let's say that we can find someone with the saddest case.
Yeah.
And then Dr. Kevorkian goes and checks the person out.
Well, then you put him in touch with me the way we do it. It's got to be done in a dignified manner.
Yeah, I mean, we do the
contest on the Howard Stern show.
Really?
That puts us in a position untenable.
Really?
That caters to everything they say about us, so it's not a good idea.
You see, I think it's a great idea. Like, people call up, right, Robin? And they go, hey, man, I got muscular dystrophy, I got this, I got that, I got the other.
We get that every day.
Yeah, and then we say, hey, man, Dr. Kevorkian maybe can help you. We're going to put your name in with it. And then we have judges. They come down here. We have a beauty pageant.
Yeah, like Queen for a Day. Remember how horrible that show was? Who was the most miserable woman?
I'll tell you something. I admired Queen for a Day because at least you got some cool prize at the end if you were Queen for a Day. Now people go...
You have to be the most miserable of all the people. I remember these women, and they'd say, oh, no, I'm much more miserable. And the ladies would be all crunched up, and they'd get the robe from...
Yeah, but here's the deal. Now they go on the Sally
Jesse
Raphael show and Jerry Springer, and they don't even get any prize.
Exactly. You know the way Jerry Springer, though, he tries to get as many hookers and weird sexual perverts as possible.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? I got no problem with it, but at least give them a prize.
I'm really interested in it. I just want to know how you get away with it. I can't convince my wife that I'm just looking.
Well, I'm not sure that I'm just getting away with it because, let's face it, The United States government's after me.
Well, he's talking about your wife.
Oh, my wife yells at me every night. I'm not getting away with anything. Thinks I'm a big pervert.
I can't get away with it. I try to convince her, but she won't listen.
Is your absolute answer that we cannot give away a doctor-assisted suicide if we do it with some class?
You don't have to give it away. If they're really deserving, just have them contact. We couldn't do it, man. We couldn't do it.
So what's your phone number if guys want to call up and kill themselves? Because there's a lot of people.
Everybody in the world, if they want it bad enough, they can look me up like you did in Southfield, Michigan.
All right, man. Jeff Feiger is Dr. Kevorkian's lawyer.
Are you running for mayor or governor?
You're running for governor?
Yeah.
What party?
Democratic. Couldn't be a member of.
No, I thought like maybe you're running like a pot party or something. You know what I mean?
Nah.
You're going to run for governor?
Yeah, we have this guy John Engler who is stupider than Dan Quayle and 1,000 times ugly.
Hey, buddy, nobody's stupider than Dan Quayle. I resent that. There was nobody dumber than that man.
I'm telling you, he is.
Really?
Absolutely, and he's ugly. This guy is one ugly guy. He's about 350 pounds, and he acts like he's done something for Michigan because we're riding the wave of the national economy, you know.
So what's the deal? You in the primary thing, or you're actually the candidate?
Open primary, and of course, this guy is a radical right-wing religious nut who wants to put Kevorkian and me in jail.
Right. So you're going to run, huh?
I think I have to. I can't stand looking at this guy.
Cool, man. I dig you. I dig that you put your money where your mouth is, man.
My one question is, how come, I don't know, the carting of the bodies has always bothered me.
Yeah, but
let's talk about that.
Kevorkian opened a clinic, Robin, and they closed it right down. He did it in a park, they said no. He did it in a van, he said no. He takes them to the hospital, they say no. He takes them to he leaves them in a hotel, they say no. These are the same, they say no to everything. Do you ever notice the way religious people who claim to love everybody are the most hateful people?
Oh, we know that every day of our lives because they write letters about us.
Eternity with these people. These people keep telling you that you're not going to go to heaven with them. Who wants to go with them?
Yeah, I'd rather go to hell. I'll tell you, the people who I think are going to go to hell are a lot more fun than the ones that are going to heaven.
If that's heaven, I ain't going.
So you there ever when he kills the people?
Am I there?
Yeah.
No. He doesn't kill the people. They do it themselves.
Right. But are you ever there for the party?
No. They disqualified me as the lawyer.
Oh, really?
As a matter of fact, they did the first transsexual the other day.
Yeah, I know.
They did a transsexual?
Yeah, she had AIDS.
Yeah.
She had AIDS.
Oh, I thought it was just because she was transsexual.
Yeah, Kevorkian.
Oh, yeah. We have a couple of transsexuals we need you to kill, quite frankly.
I want to know how she got AIDS.
Well, probably butt.
Well.
Because the vagina never feels like a real vagina.
How do you know?
I've talked to a couple of transsexuals who say that they're very disappointed. They feel like they castrated themselves, and that only leaves. Yeah, but I mean they feel
like it.
Yeah, but they don't get any pleasure anymore.
Yeah, they don't get any pleasure through this man-made clitoris.
Right.
And the vagina itself is just cosmetic. Really, they feel that the sensation is not there.
So they should have just stayed as a cross-dresser.
Yeah, that's what they all say afterwards, but they didn't know. And then they, Jesus Christ, how can you make a vagina? I mean, vagina is the most wonderful thing on the planet.
Well, they try to make penises.
Oh, forget that.
They do.
You can't do that.
Penises.
Yeah. You ever see that operation?
Oh, that's mutilation.
People say Dr. Kevorkian's wild. Yeah. I mean, they take a...
And they don't do anything to those guys.
No, they take a vagina...
If somebody saw a heart transplant, you'd say it was mutilation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so...
I mean, people are just strange. You know, the reason we had grave robbers is because 100 years ago it was illegal to do an autopsy on a body. They couldn't teach it in medical school, anatomy.
Yeah, so medical doctors used to have to rob the graves.
Exactly. That's the grave. Who do you think the grave robbers' customers were? Doctors.
Dr. Frankenstein.
Not quite.
So anyway, so probably got the AIDS from the buttocks.
I would say.
Yeah, I would say
I don't think there's any shaft toppers. I don't think it's virtually impossible.
You got to be the governor. You got to be.
Yeah, we'll vote for you.
We'll vote for you for governor, man.
We can vote for you.
What is it, Baba Fallhigh?
You want a really just strange trivial fact about Jeff?
Okay.
His brother is Doug Feiger. Does that name sound familiar?
Yeah.
He was the lead singer of the Knack.
Oh, no kidding.
He wrote My Sharona.
Is that right?
No kidding.
My Sharona.
Did we have those guys in?
Yeah.
Well, you guys don't know anything?
No kidding. What's your brother doing now?
He's they're back together and they're recording with Don Fagenson. Don was the big.
Oh, no kidding.
No, we all went to high school together.
You should kill a few people. Then you can represent them.
It's a gas, Howard.
Yeah. All right, here's someone on the phone's mad at Kevorkian for killing her friend. You want to talk to this person?
Yeah, sure.
All right. You're on with Jeff Feiger. Hello? Is this Larice? I think Larice bombed out on us.
Yeah, they chicken out.
Sometimes they do that.
They really do that.
All right, no, Larice. All right, hey, Jeff.
Thank
So you've never been there. Have you ever seen any of the bodies after they go stiff?
Of course.
Oh, you have?
They look very peaceful.
Yeah.
I've been there afterwards. The police make a circus of it. You know, they always accuse Kevorkian. Kevorkian has never called the press. The press was always called by this crazy prosecutor of the police out here. And then we got a medical examiner out here, Dragovic. He was schooled in, I kid you not, in Transylvania. He's like, in his country, apparently, you know, for instance, when you have a fatal bladder cancer, he calls it an infection. You know, it's sort of like the Soviet Politburo. When they caught a cold, they died all of a sudden, but they really had lung cancer, but over there they call it a cold.
These guys are doing real good work, and Jeff Feiger is hanging out with Dr. Kevorkian. They're the only ones who are pushing for this, so that when you get real sick and old, man, that you'll be able to, you know, kill yourself.
No,
you have that
the
right.
religious right doesn't take over our lives because they want to prevent women of childbearing age from having abortions. They want to prevent science from cloning. Why would they? I guarantee you they're against heart transplants, too.
I know, and they're against fetal research.
Transplants.
Yeah.
They're against everything.
They're against fetal tissue research. Meanwhile,
of course they
that's
are.
the greatest thing in the world.
I know, but they're against everything. They want to take us back to burning at the stake.
And cloning is the best thing in the world because we'll be able to clone body parts.
Listen, of course.
Yeah.
How do you make any advancement in science?
I know.
And just tell me how the Bible controls science.
I don't know, man.
You look at history, and all you got to look at is the Scopes trial when they were trying to tell you there was a crime to teach evolution. And if that doesn't teach you about the fact that religion's got no place in a secular world, I don't know what does.
Yeah, I'm with you. You're doing good work, bro.
Thanks.
Jeff Feiger, everyone.
Well, give our regards to Dr. Kevorkian.
Yeah, and tell Dr. Kevorkian I'm looking forward to receiving one of his nifty paintings. Have you seen Dr. Kevorkian's paintings?
I actually have them. I'm in possession of them.
The paintings are really bizarre.
They're good. They're really great.
Consumed
they're
with
really
death.
cartoons, but they're great.
Yeah, they're pretty wild.
I think that would fit into your decor.
Yeah, I think so. You know what? Even I don't think I can handle Dr. Kevorkian's
You look
paintings.
at that for a while, you'll go right to the loony.
You bet. All right. Hey, Jeff, good work, man.
Thank you.
And good luck with your run for governor.
Thanks.
Okay, that's Jeff Feiger, everyone, Dr. Kevorkian's lawyer.
Yeah.
I dig the guy, you know. I dig what he's saying about the religious right.
I've always agreed with euthanasia.
Yes. Yeah, because I like those kids.
But I do have a problem with, you know, just running around willy-nilly. I don't know who these people are.
Mm-hmm. Hey, the Whack Pack Hypnotized Part 2 on the E! Show tonight. Don't miss the chilling conclusion of our two-part special featuring members of the Whack Pack in an eerie hypnotic state. And also find out who was Nicole Bass in a previous life and what about Elephant Boy. Remember that show? Wasn't that great?
Oh, yeah, that was fantastic.
Yeah, find out tonight on the Mighty E! Show. Some guy called me before and said that he was having sex to the E! Show last night. I can't imagine.
What was on?
At Whack Pack Part 1, I can't imagine what he was doing it to, and I tried to get to him, but he was gone.
Well, you know, yesterday I went home and I looked at that E! behind-the-scenes thing where they were talking about what goes on, and they interviewed part of the staff of our E! crew.
Right.
It was rather interesting.
I don't want.
People had to say.
Really? What do they do?
Yeah, that's what I found out. I found out what some people do. Ganji, I still can't understand his job.
Yeah, you know what Ganji's job is? I heard they spent like 7 minutes on Ganji. Ganji's job is to walk around with a home video camera and videotape anything that goes on.
He was talking about how difficult a day it was for him because the Whack Packers were in.
He's an idiot. That kid's really out of it.
Today's a really difficult day.
Hey, you came on a very tough day. I got to walk around and videotape. Hey, you know, come to think of it, when I have to videotape my kids' birthday parties, it is kind of tough. Maybe he's got something there.
And then Scott Einziger, I don't think I really understood his job either.
What did he say his job was?
Well, he was talking about the difficulties of logistically putting the show together.
What's so hard? You come in, you videotape.
Everybody was talking about how hard their job was. Scott DePace, his job is hard.
His job is hard. Hey, you know, can we get a copy of this show?
I have it at home.
You do? Could you bring it in? I want to play that on the air. People telling us what their jobs are?
Yeah.
Trying to say how hard their jobs are?
That's right.
You're going to tell me Scott DePace has a hard job?
Because you never know what you're going to do. And you can't have an actual camera person in the studio.
Oh,
so
that's
it's
hard.
Difficult.
You know, 90% of this guy's job is sitting and watching me on TV while I talk into a microphone. Once in a while, we have a fat girl come in, we have to weigh, so he has to set the camera for the scale. They should interview me for that show. I would have offered the rebuttal. Everybody with the hard jobs out there.
We have the tape, so I'm just...
Oh, you got it?
Yeah. I mean, should I just pull off these you know, each guy here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and if it's possible, do it on Prontissimo. I'd like to get to it after the commercial.
I will.
See what you can get. Feed me, man. I got a bunch of things. I got to tell you about shenanigans in Canada. This is so funny because we kicked ass in the Canadian ratings.
So what's happening?
This is a little bit of fallout from it. I got to tell you about it.
Okay.
Also, one of our interns claims to have had a religious experience meeting me. I got to tell you about this. This is weird. I don't know all the details. We're going to find out about that in just a minute. Also, you and I are going to come back and pick the 5 women who are going to take
That's our big
part in the breast implant beauty pageant for Thursday. We're going to do that.
Very important job. Because there are women out there who need breast implants, and we have to choose 5 from the entire group.
If you're waiting for me on the phone, I'll get to you. Just give me a chance. We got a bunch of business to take care of. That's all.
It's Homo Cop, the exciting adventures of a steely armed crime buster with Ace.
Hi, it's the future. Ooga, 1995. We're in the city of Detroit, and I'm a gay robot cop, a homo cop. I have the heart of a cop, the soul of a cop, the mind of a cop, and the genitals the size of Will Chamberlain. Ooga. I can remember when I first became homo cop.
What are you doing here?
I'm a police officer. Look, see, my badge.
Oh, man. Gay cops, huh? Well, we'll fix you, guzzle gum.
I've been shot in my hand.
And we're going to shoot you everywhere, you flat-footed fanny farmer.
Look at all the red. I hate it.
You hate the sight of your own blood?
No, the red. It clashes with my blue outfit. Ooga, this badge is busy enough, but there's blood. It's everywhere. Yes, my blood was all over the place. You see, I didn't mind being blown to bits, for I was dying of AIDS anyway. My white blood count was lower than Jimmy Think's rating.
Gobble. Chest cutter. We need more suction.
Officer, please. You're delirious. Listen, I know you've been injured, but we must operate.
Anything.
We will make you as strong as 10 men.
Please.
Yes, anything.
And you'll be faster than Imus reaching for a vodka bottle.
Good.
And you'll have no hemorrhoids.
Oh, fabulous.
But there is bad news.
Yes,
You'll have no rectum.
No. Anything but that.
Well, there's nothing we can do.
Can't you carve something in my side with a can opener?
Yes.
All right. More suction. Blood plasma. Screwdriver.
It was amazing. They even added a rear end. My dingleberries were like magnetized BBs. Ooga! Yes, I was half man, half metal. But I still yearned for a man, preferably anonymous sex, with a mulatto tank top teamster with a cast iron crotch.
Homo Cop.
Yes.
Homo Cop. Ooh, he's awakening. My aluminum Madonna. Speak to me.
I miss the touch of a man.
Oh, who does?
I miss the smell of a man. Ooga, did I really miss that?
Homo Cop, your mission is to find the men who shot you.
I will check my internal computer.
Oh, good idea.
I have it narrowed down.
Yes?
They are either in Fire Island in a cabin or a gay health club.
You really think that they're hiding there?
Who cares? I need a great vacation spot.
Please, Homo Cop, use your internal tape recorder and record their confession.
Yes, and while I'm out, I'll try to find a few smugglers.
Oh, diamond smugglers? Cocaine smugglers?
No, bone smugglers, you idiot. Ooga. After much searching, I found the men who shot me, and the good news was I had a full taped confession.
Oh, good work, Homo Cop. Très bien.
Thank you.
Please, press your playback for the confession. I can't wait to hear this.
That's right. I shot the cop. I took my 357.
The bad news was, when they assembled me, they placed the microphone in my buttocks.
Sorry, Homo Cop. We had to let him off.
Oh, nuts. Just because the mic was in my tuchus.
Ooh, did they do that by accident?
No, by request.
Whose?
Mine.
Yours?
Got any suggestions what else I can jam up there?
Well, let me think about that.
How about a slide projector?
Why a slide projector?
My gerbil is bored. Ooga.
Stay tuned for the next adventure of
Louie
Homo Cop.
Very nice. Very nice. Homo Cop. Wow. I'm so proud of that. Serious. An animated series. I love it. The Whack Pack Hypnotize on E! Show tonight. On tomorrow's radio program, you'll wake up and hear Dawn Radenbaugh, the new girl on Melrose Place. Also a screening of the new Pamela Lee sex video. Some guy's coming in to show it to us, yeah.
All right, we'll be the first to see it on our blog.
Later this week, we'll have the big breast implant giveaway. We're going to have a big beauty pageant with judges and the whole deal. Also, that 18-year-old Playboy centerfold stopping by. I just want to meet her. What the hell?
Do you feel comfortable looking at the Pamela Lee sex
Yes.
video?
Very comfortable.
Why?
Because I'm very open about sexuality, especially hers.
No.
What?
I just meant, this is her private life, and I don't know how these tapes keep getting released.
Well, let me see that, and I'll judge whether people should
See, the
that.
last time I didn't know what I'd be thinking.
Hey, the breast implants are being provided by Regional Coastal Surgical Associates on St. George Island in Florida. Call 850-927-3355. Now, I've got a bunch of stuff to do here. I got a woman on the phone who says she's a transsexual and her vagina works great and wants to argue the point with me.
What does she mean her vagina works great?
Well, that's what we're going to find out. Also, we have an intern here who says he had a religious experience. We have Baba Booey standing by with a test.
Baba Booey.
Thought this would be kind of fun. We looked up the actual citizens test.
Yes.
You know, when you want to become a citizen.
Become a naturalized citizen?
And Gary says, yeah, you probably can't even pass it. I said, well, let me take a shot at it.
Most Americans wouldn't, I don't think.
Maybe I'll play against Gorillo because he's so stupid. I should be able to beat him.
Well, somebody said they suggested Scott DePace because, he couldn't pass the driver's test.
Yeah, maybe I'll play him.
Play both of them.
Hey, and also I've got the E-tape now.
Yes.
An 8-minute piece on what everyone's saying about how hard their jobs are. You want to hear that? Or I can tell you what's going on in Canada with the ratings, and we have to pick the finals for the breast examinations.
Not to mention the guy who's got Rosie O'Donnell's garbage is here.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
Wow.
I got to talk to you about him later.
What a show. Let me just talk to Lisa, the transsexual, first. I'll whittle my way through all these bits. Lisa, you're on the air.
Hi, Howard.
Hi.
Hi, Robin.
This is a woman, you say?
Yeah, you had your penis cut off and they made your scrotum into a vagina?
Absolutely.
And you're telling me the sex is good?
The sex is good.
Now, I don't want you to lie because so many men do this and then they feel like they've sentenced themselves to a life of no sexuality.
You believe this person really had an operation and takes hormone treatments?
Yes.
Yes, I think. Well, what happens, they're not the norm, the people generally that you're speaking to about the surgery.
Are you a black woman?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, a black guy with no penis?
Why doesn't she come in here?
We want to look at you. And I want to see your vagina.
You want to see my vagina? I have pictures of before and after.
Good. All right. Why don't you come in here? I'll put you on hold.
Okay.
And we'll talk to you, and we'll find out why your vagina works so good.
Okay, Howard.
All right. You can urinate through that thing?
Sure I can.
You can. Hey, listen, Martha Luther Queen, I want you to come in here, and I will speak to you then, okay?
Okay, Howard.
All right, let me put you on hold. I got to see that self-lubricating vagina. Piece of a colon. That don't sound like any kind of self-lubrication I want to be a part of.
You don't you?
Yeah, I'm sure it smells great. Get out of here with that. I got to see that.
A piece of a colon. Is there any place left where you have your original part where it belongs?
I
hung up.
Yeah, because, you don't want to do the interview before she gets here.
Yeah.
Whatever. All right, next. I'll get back to the phones in a minute because I know there's still a lot of people waiting. All right, what do you want next? You want to hear what the people... You want to talk to the intern?
Yeah, who had a religious experience?
Well, Benji, one of the new interns, told me... He started rambling about some... I said, you know what, why don't you tell us this on the air because it sounds sort of interesting and...
I don't know Benji.
You don't know Benji? He was in the meeting last week.
Lots of people were in the meeting last week.
Come on in, Benji.
Oh,
that's Benji, right? That's Benji.
Hi.
And he started telling me this story, and it sounded a little unusual to me, but nevertheless, let's hear it. Benji, hi.
Hey, how you doing?
How long you been an intern with us?
I just started about 2 weeks ago.
All right, tell Robin, myself, and Fred and the audience what happened to you because I wasn't following all this, but it sounded kind of interesting.
Okay, it's kind of freaky, but like I said, I just started here 2 weeks ago, and it was just my third day here. I hadn't even seen Howard in person yet.
Right.
I was sitting in the office answering phones, and Howard walks in. I had prepared for it because I know
you had never seen me before.
I had never seen you in person before.
Okay, only on television, etc.
I've seen you on TV.
Are you a huge fan?
A huge fan, yeah.
Yeah.
But I was all prepared not to get nervous. I had just...
How do you do that?
I listened to Tony Robbins tapes. I had visualized. because I didn't want to get nervous because I know that
Tony Robbins tells you how not to get nervous in front of me?
you can, like, anchor yourself and get real happy, and then you won't.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that right?
That guy's full of crap.
Right, with those big teeth. You think he knows anything?
Isn't he like, he looks like Lurch to me, Tony
I
Robbins.
know.
Is that real tan guy?
Yes, in fact, why did they find someone else to do Lurch in those new Addams Family movies? Tony Robbins would have been perfect.
Yeah, I would have gone to see that. Hey, and where you ought to get those tapes and play them on the air and expose that stuff.
Well,
all right, anyway, so you listen to some Tony Robbins
yeah, so I
tapes.
thought I was all ready, but I was so nervous when Howard walked in. I couldn't stop. I had this smile paralyzed on my face, and I couldn't stop staring at Howard. And I knew it would upset him. I just couldn't stop looking at him.
Right.
So I don't know if Howard was, like, sensing my nervousness, but as he passes me by, he squeezes my shoulder, a real friendly squeeze. And it sent this,
That's
like...
how he comes on to you. He's really...
I like young interns, male and female. Would you like to be chased and tickled?
I would love to.
You would? All right.
It sent this, like, jolt through my body. It felt like an electrical shock.
Uh-huh.
So Howard keeps walking by me, and he's heading... He's headed
Could we
towards...
wrap him up and get him out of here right now?
Wait a second. Listen to
electrical jolt.
But wait, you felt something in your shoulder when I touched
It was like
you.
an electrical shock.
Go ahead.
So he's heading towards Gary's office. He turns back towards me. He starts smiling at me really gently. And he starts...
You do all this?
I wasn't aware of it, but I try to encourage the interns. Go ahead.
He starts saying to me, "You're going to learn a lot being an intern." As he's saying this, he's, like, gazing at me, and he locks his eyes into my eyes. And he starts staring at me with, like, the most intense gaze I've ever experienced in my life. It felt like he was, like, penetrating my entire being.
How long did this encounter last?
It was just a few seconds. But so he's sitting there staring at me. Our eyes are locked, and he begins to get all wavy. Now, I don't know if this is something that you do to newcomers on the show, or if this is just some sort of parlor trick, but I should explain my shoulder.
Uh-huh.
Ever since the encounter, I had a ski accident about 5 years ago, and I had to tell Kathy when I started the internship, I couldn't move my left shoulder.
Uh-huh.
Ever since the encounter, I have full range of movement on my shoulder.
Let me see you lift your shoulder. And you never could do that.
You didn't do that before.
Not for the last 5 years.
Can you verify this? Are there people
I have. You can call my father. You can call my doctor. I was in like a chiropractor for 2 years trying to get it moving again.
Robin, what do you think of this? Go ahead, Benji.
All right. Well, I was afraid you were going to call me that, and I really don't want to be ridiculed
People
about
don't
this.
understand my healing powers.
Yeah, neither do you.
It finally confirms it.
Well, how about touching yourself over there, Mr.
I've been touching myself for years.
Psychiatrist 2 times a week.
Please be quiet. Don't disillusion the boy. Hey, go ahead.
I don't want to be ridiculed, but...
No?
Go ahead.
I don't consider myself a religious person, but when Howard got all wavy, I really hesitate to say this, but I saw the Virgin Mary.
Yeah.
Now, we're not going to have people camping out here looking for the Virgin Mary.
I know it sounds insane, but I just wanted to tell the story. I think it was important that it's told.
You're not a religious person?
I don't want you to make fun of me. I just want to tell the story. I just want to get out of here.
All right. Listen to me. You've come forward. You've said what you had to say. People might think you're crazy, whatever. I don't think you're crazy. I've known about my powers for a long time. And let's just leave it at that.
Howard doesn't think Charles Manson is crazy.
All right. Benji, I'm glad your shoulder feels great.
But wait a minute. What about the sighting of the Virgin Mary? I want to know about that.
What do you mean? I started to get wavy?
I saw the Virgin Mary, and I that's what I saw. All right. I saw the Virgin Mary.
Did she? I mean, what was she doing?
I don't know. I just saw her. I don't know the connection.
Hey, all I know is the guy's shoulder is cured. Listen,
So are you the Virgin Mary?
I don't want to say who I am. I'll reveal myself to anybody. I can appear in many forms. Was she hot?
I mean, she was attractive.
Have big cans?
It was, like bees.
I thought you were staring at me kind of odd when this happened. I remember this, and I thought you were just a little weird or something. I had no idea what was going on inside. I mean, you didn't reveal it, but you were just staring.
Believe me, I was scared that people would, if I told this, I don't know what's going to happen next.
Why did you come forward?
Why did you decide to tell Howard?
Because I think it's important, not so much that you guys know, because I have a feeling you guys already know about this, but I think it's important that everyone else that's listening knows what's going on in here.
Right. All right, take it easy.
In here?
Be quiet, Robin. You're going to end up...
I'm behind the glass.
Wait, this is not ridiculing you, Benji, because I know what's going on here. I don't like to talk about paranormal here on the air, but Nina, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard, how you doing?
Okay.
Who's Nina?
This is a listener. What do you want to say to Benji?
I wanted to say that that's a natural experience
people send energy to each other all the time. Howard has a real positive energy.
Yes.
And you made him feel very comfortable and confident.
That's right.
That's all it was.
It was a
you know,
healing
I mean, there's an explanation, but it's an irrational explanation.
All right, Benji, thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
Robin, there it is, the story of Benji.
His father.
I'll tell you what we're going to do in a minute. Have him locked up.
Lock the door.
All right, lock that door before he gets back.
And lock mine. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, Mark, what is it?
Call security and have them removed.
Call security and have Benji removed. Benji had a very
rigorous screening process.
Yeah, anyone who work for free can work for us. All right, thank you, Benji. All right, very serious.
Wow.
That's right.
Do you think that's for real? Like, you know, he's not putting you on?
What?
I hope he's putting you on.
You can put nobody on. That's the problem. By the way, Robin, you were on Jeopardy last night. Do you know this?
You know, they keep rerunning that.
Evidently, no. You were not on Jeopardy playing the game. You were someone who asked the question. Yeah, you asked the Jeopardy question.
Because they've done that, too.
But like Jeopardy's gone wacky. I mean, it used to be a serious game.
Now they've got all kinds of gimmicks. And
what is it? They had you tape a question before?
Yeah, when I was out there the last time, they occasionally had us tape, I guess it was one or two questions to put in.
Hey, Lisa.
Hey.
You thought Robin looked good on Jeopardy?
Oh, did she ever? I didn't even know it was her. I saw her in the movie, and I was like, oh, my God.
Well,
and they said, she's like, hi, I'm Robin Quivers. Me and my boyfriend just looking, and we're like, wow, is she ever pretty?
I thought that, evidently I was a question on Jeopardy last night as well.
I gave that question.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, gee, that's the way to give the answer. What was the question?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. I was just so
Wasn't it something about,
shocked.
like, who was the disc jockey who got fined by the FCC?
I don't know.
Or something like that?
No, that was the question before, something about the FCC, but I couldn't believe how beautiful she was. Like, I saw her in the movie. And
Did you see the Virgin Mary?
No. Shoot through you and heal your shoulder?
Well, anyway, Robin, you were on Jeopardy, and evidently I was some sort of question. I can't believe my dad didn't call me because he's like a Jeopardy fanatic.
He watches Jeopardy all the time.
Maybe he was getting lucky. I don't know. He might have been getting laid, so he might have been kind of tied up last night. Yeah. All right, so let's get to this. What do you want to do next? We have a choice. We could look through Rosie O'Donnell's garbage, according to this guy. He claims he has Rosie
Let's
O'Donnell.
get him in and out since he's
all right.
sitting there.
Yeah, that'll give us time to go through this E-show thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to hear this. People describing what they do on the show. Is it funny?
It doesn't make any sense.
All right.
You know, they're trying to make a lot out of nothing.
Because nobody out there really does all that much. No offense to the guys. What is this guy's story?
I just want to tell you that this is definitely Rosie O'Donnell's garbage.
Really?
I just pre-interviewed him and looked through it.
Yeah.
You know, it's her garbage.
All right, let me tell you. Let's see what he's got here.
We can determine it.
You want to bring him in now?
Well, what do you think? You got to go get him ready or something?
Yeah, I got to get him ready.
I'll go get him ready. I'll take some phone calls. There's tons of people waiting. And then bring him right in. Yeah, Shane, go ahead.
Yeah, Howard, I'm just wondering about, I live in Canada, and are you going to be going on TV or anything like that?
Well, we do have the E channel, and
Is E in Canada?
I don't know. He's not in a lot of places in America. Although Franche says we're up to 50 million homes.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's what she claims.
Oh, yeah, you're very popular in Canada. Like, all my friends listen to you and everything?
Yeah, I know. We've gotten some great ratings. In fact, hey, that brings up this point. Let me do
what
this.
is going on in Canada?
Okay, this is kind of funny. We were, in the latest ratings now, we've been on in Canada, in Montreal, for 3 months. We became the #1 English-speaking, there's French-speaking stations and English-speaking stations. We are now the #1 English-speaking morning show.
Yes.
And it has rocked Canada. I mean, the radio industry in Canada is so confused right now that they don't know what to do. There's a guy who writes for the Montreal Gazette.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Mike Boone. And he writes the TV and radio column. And Mike reports to me that after our ratings came out, the guy who used to be #1 there, the guy's name is George Balkin. George Balkin's station called up Mike Boone and said, how dare you claim that Howard Stern is the #1 speaking English radio station? That's absurd. Blah, 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 blah. All of a sudden, they started quoting all kinds of statistics that our station was lying, that we're not #1, all kinds of things.
Is this a rating service?
Yes, of course. As Mike Boone reports, and the guy from the radio station was like, you've destroyed the morality of our radio, not the morality, the morale of our radio station. You've destroyed our reason for being, like trying to create a whole case. And Mike Boone says, one small problem with this analysis is they're changing the yardstick by which morning shows are measured. These guys called up and started quoting all kind of wacky numbers, you know? He says, listen, you can't pull the wool over my eyes. I've been writing about broadcasting in Montreal for almost 18 years. And he's been interpreting the ratings for years.
Right, they can't pull the fast okey doke on him.
He says, since 1980, I've written by conservative estimates 65 columns about the radio ratings alone. And I know how to read them. And he says, there is absolutely no doubt that Howard Stern is the king of the morning drive time.
And George Balkin can't take it.
He says, now for years when George Balkin was number one and I was writing he was number one.
He never called.
By the same state, never called. When he says, oddly enough, not once during this string of Balkin is king stories did anyone at CJAD Radio point out that the morning shows ought to be rated according to share of hours turned among Anglo listeners. They came up with some wacky thing. Yeah, right. He says, much as it pains me to hurt morale among all my dear friends at CJAD, some of whom are so despondent they can barely muster the energy to slag the Gazette on the air, let me reiterate what the BBM autumn ratings show. Howard Stern's morning show has a higher quarter-hour average than George Balkin's. End of story.
Well, gee, everybody knows him.
That's it.
I've never heard of him.
Well, they can't stand that I'm number one. It is driving Canadian radio management nuts.
So what they would like the newspaper to do is not report it.
Yeah. Well, they want him to lie.
Yeah.
This guy goes, I can't lie. The guy's number one, whether you like it or not.
There's a lot of stuff in the Star, too. Toronto Star. They're trying to put you off the air and stuff. Howard Stern saying...
The people want me. The people want me. Oh, Canada. The ratings have spoken. We are number one. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. All right. You want to listen to the E-tape or you want to pick the breast implant pageant people? And the Rosie O'Donnell garbage guy is still being prepped.
Being prepped. I didn't know he needed such preparation.
I think he wants to wear a garbage bag on his head.
Oh, he doesn't want anybody to know him?
No.
Well, maybe we ought to listen to the E-tape.
Yeah?
We could interrupt that.
Okay, that'd be cool.
Interrupt picking these.
All right, real quick. Linda, you've been on hold for a while. What is it? You must have something important to say. Go ahead.
Oh, is this Howard?
Yes.
Hi, how you doing? Yeah, I just want to tell you, first of all, that I'm bisexual and I need your help. The thing is, everyone knows that if a guy wears an earring on his right ear, he's gay, right? And I've heard
I wear an earring on my right ear.
You know what? No. Over. I mean, I don't think people are doing that anymore.
Honey, that was about 100 years ago.
My point is, I've heard that when a girl wears a thumb on her left hand...
A thumb on her left hand?
I have two thumbs.
It indicates that she's bi, but not many girls are aware of this. But I think you would be the perfect person to get the word out, and they would take you seriously.
What a
I want
stupid
you to
idiot.
tell all the bi-thems out there to wear thumb rings
Come
on their
on.
left hand.
A stupid, know-nothing, empty-lived woman.
You know what she's doing? She's hitting on all the wrong people, apparently.
Yeah, ma'am? So what are you doing? You're going around hitting on all the wrong people because you're seeing thumb rings on them on the left side?
No, they're not wearing them.
They're
I'm
not.
wearing them.
Awful woman.
Are you with me?
I'm listening.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I could see it's a big problem.
Well, it would be
she
helpful.
makes me
And I
sick.
think that you would
This is what's wrong with the world.
to do that.
Where's Dr. Kevorkian?
Just say it. You know, tell them where if
Absolutely.
you
Thank you for making us aware of this.
I
Appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
Stupid retard. Filthy stank hoe. That's our problem. Can you imagine? You imagine? Yes, Stacy, give me a normal phone call, will you?
Well, Howard, I hear that all black people wear gloves and all white people wear mitten, and you're just the guy to let that out to everyone.
All right.
Could you help me here?
All right, what can I do for you, Stacy?
Howard, I have been listening to you ever since Philly. I think 86, 85?
All right, we don't need a history lesson.
Well, I'm trying to figure it out.
Oh, you want to know when we started in Philly?
Yeah.
I think 86, right?
86.
Yeah, so I want to tell
Robin
you.
says, I don't know.
Hi, Robin. When I was...
All right, let's get to the tape. She's another idiot.
What is her problem?
I thought there might be a normal phone call.
On our phone?
Okay, so Robin saw this. I haven't. We'll hang out with it. We'll see if there's anything to it. If not, we'll bail.
Yeah, the guys were back there looking at it when they were taking it up. They said, Howard ought to just look at the video. It really is funny.
Is it? Let's listen to audio first.
Sure.
All right.
Hey, everybody, I'm Todd Newton, welcoming you back to this scintillating sneak peek behind the scenes of E! Entertainment Television.
Hi, I'm Todd Newton. Boy, Todd's a happy dude. That's the one going out with Debbie Gibson?
Is that him?
Yeah.
Well, when it premiered back in 1994, E's televised version of Howard Stern's radio show gave fans an unprecedented view of the king of all media in action. But now, we're going to reveal even more behind-the-scenes activity. I'm talking about things you've never seen on the air. Until now, of course.
Where are we going to get all these happy guys? Why is everyone so happy?
How do you get that way?
Why am I not happy? I was asked to shrink. Why am I so unhappy? And everyone seems to be so happy.
Mike will take you up to the front green room.
We're going to go up to the front green room.
And then you can...
Today's a pretty crazy day. There's a lot going on. We have a bunch of the whack packers from the show up here to get hypnotized. So basically when they're up here, there's a lot of confusion because they're whack packers. Okay, guys.
Very clear, Ganji.
Ganji's an idiot. So that's Ganji just showing his day.
Yeah, it's very confusing up here because they're whack packers.
Why is he so confused?
I don't know.
You know what his job is? Let me explain it to you, ladies and gentlemen. His job is to take a camera and follow people around in the halls. And he's confused. And you want to know something? My entire staff is confused.
It shows.
Yeah. Why the first things out of this guy's mouth is that he's confused? Why is everyone so confused? Really? Why are they so confused? Things are really crazy. There's 4 people up here. Things are crazy.
He's supposed to tell us what he's doing. It's just really crazy. It's very confusing.
Hey, you know what's crazy? That I hired him. That's crazy.
And I finally found out his title. He's got a highfalutin title.
What is his
Associate producer.
He's a bum. That's his title. You're a bum. Hey, look at this. I just found a hat in my coat.
My hat, my coat.
My hat, my coat. Get out of here, man. Get lost. Why are you so confused?
I never said on that tape I was confused.
That's what you just said.
No, I said it was a crazy day.
You said you're confused. It's confusing.
I said it was a crazy day. That's it. And it's because when you have like Fred the Elephant Boy, Crackhead Bob,
it's so confusing.
And all those other wackos.
You got to go in the room and put a camera on them. That's pretty confusing. Right, get out of here. Get out. Get out. I don't want to even see your face. Okay. You make me sick. It makes me sick that I had a job and I gave it to you.
Oh, why?
Because there's a lot of people out there I could have given it to.
Oh, and I was
people who can write, people who can do things. Get out of here. I'm confused. It's a very confusing day because they're whack packers.
It's a crazy day. It's a confusing day.
Except for the fact that he gets to hold the camera, he's one of the whack pack. He doesn't get that.
Yeah, take your stuff.
Like he's better than them.
Yeah.
In case you didn't know, whack packers are members of a ragtag group of misfits featured on the Howard Stern Show.
Ragtag.
Today, Elephant Boy, Crackhead Bob, and female bodybuilder Nicole Bass are going to be hypnotized. The guy with the camera is E! Associate Producer Mike Ganji.
Oh.
He's always on hand to capture all the action and then some.
Yeah, it's a home video camera. We gave the guy a home video camera. Anybody could do that job. There isn't a person in my audience who couldn't handle that.
The televised version of the show.
Barbara, why don't you tell me, looking around the room and looking at the group that you're going to be hypnotizing, why don't you tell me how do you think it's going to work on this group?
I think...
that is the worst question. How could she know how it's going to work? Who cares?
Yeah, and what's she going to say? She's standing in the room with these people. She's going to insult them and say they look too wacky?
It's going to be great. I think we've got...
It's a dumb question. How do you think it's going to work? Who cares? Hypnotize them.
Great subject here.
Day in and day out, a renegade group of E! staffers in New York.
Renegade. Was that twice he said renegade? Weren't the whack packers renegade?
They're renegades, and the staff is renegade.
Yeah. We're the only ones not renegade. We're here working. Ganji. They've already spent way too much time on Ganji.
I know, it was like, is this the Ganji show?
Yeah, the most insignificant member of the whole troupe. Whack. I'm confused because they're whack packers.
Most controversial radio program in the country into a TV show. These brave souls never know exactly what they'll be called upon to do. Today, for example, producer Doug Goodstein has been roped into being hypnotized along with the wax act.
Doug, say hi to the camera, Doug.
Hi to the camera, Doug.
It gets a little nutty because you got a lot of, people.
Oh, this is Scott Einziger?
It gets a little nutty for him, too.
It gets nutty for him. What is so nutty for him? He sits there and watches.
Well, he's going to tell us. It gets a little nutty.
All right, let's hear how it gets nutty for him.
A lot of logistics, and then you have other guests, so you're like juggling guests.
And what is he juggling?
He doesn't make any sense either.
He doesn't have to do a thing. There's a lot of logistics.
And it gets nutty because you got other guests.
Ladies and gentlemen, I swear to you, I come in here every day. If I have a guest, they sit in a chair, and that's the end of it. I have no idea what the logistics are for everyone.
They're always right there.
How about some people be honest about, you know what, Howard pretty much does everything, so I'm just going to sit here.
But it fascinated me how everybody was trying to make themselves appear to be important.
Yeah. And using words like logistics. There's a lot of logistics. If anything, there's no logistics. Everybody's nuts.
Garden variety radio show guests. Many possess extraordinary gifts. And it's executive producer Scott Einziger's job to decide which guests featured in Howard's 5-hour radio show.
They didn't want to pay Einziger any more money. Now they've run out of titles for him.
Yes, titles get longer and longer.
Executive producer.
Will make the cut and wind up in E's half-hour TV show.
This won't be on E, but there was a woman who shot Jack Daniels out of her private parts. So, we had to, juggle her around. It gets a little hectic.
You had to juggle her around?
All you have to do is not use that tape.
What do you mean he has to juggle her around?
I don't know, Howard.
Do we dare ask what he's talking about? He had to juggle her around?
Isn't it a matter of not using that?
She came in here, I interviewed her, and now he's going to juggle her. That I'd like to see, him juggle her.
What does that mean?
Dude, are you out of your mind?
It was a really nutty day, and I got confused.
It's a nutty day. It's in your booth. The day they were shooting this, I saw Einziger running around, like trying to look like he's doing something. Because when the camera isn't here, he sits in the booth and watches me work. The best job in the world.
I had to make it dramatic.
Yeah.
What do you want me to say?
You were juggling, man. Yeah. You juggle so much you should join the circus and leave the show already.
He's ready.
No, in the editing room, he makes the decision what goes on the show and what doesn't. That's an important job, but during the show...
That's important. Why are they...
Juggling.
That's boring to shoot.
Right. But once you say, I really don't do anything, Howard does everything.
I said a lot of things. They didn't use it. They interviewed me for a half hour. I can't.
Earl, how you doing, man? Glad everything worked out. You have fun? Yeah, good.
When we first launched the show, we were kind of...
oh, that's John Reiber?
Yeah.
John Reiber sits in Los Angeles. He's never a part of the show.
But when they're taping this, he's here.
John Reiber showed up for the special.
That's not true.
Oh, come on, dude.
No,
that was a real coincidence.
That's not true.
At first, I was like, who is that?
Reiber's a guy who sits in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
And I call up and I go, John, why are you putting edits over the private parts of a cartoon? I don't know.
Television crashing into radio. It was kind of a crashing of two different cultures, but they were very open to us coming in and putting everything that they do on radio on television.
How we doing? I'm going to go walk on
my reaction when I knew we were going to start working with Lee was...
Gary?
Yeah, Gary.
Oh, another do-nothing.
He is another one who's talking and not saying anything.
Oh, I got to hear this. What does he say? I missed him again. I don't want to miss a...
Rewind, because he's not saying anything.
I don't want to miss a pearl of wisdom.
On television.
How we doing? I'm going to go walk on
my reaction when I knew we were going to start working with E was I was really excited about it because I always thought that this was a show that really lent itself to TV. But I was also a little unnerved.
He thinks what I tell him to think.
Listen, wait a minute. You got it. It's hysterical.
Baba Booey. By it because I knew these cameras would be following us all over the place, and I knew that our lives in the office were going to become even more of an open book.
Oh, the fifth person's going to hold their own microphone, or you're going to hold?
What was that?
I don't know.
Baba Booey.
When you did half-hour interviews,
right?
They wound up using this stuff. What did you say?
I didn't cut. I think it's a good piece, but I didn't cut it. Yeah.
Okay. That's what concerns me about you, that you think this is good. I thought you were a smart guy.
Oh, the fifth person. They're not like. It's not like they're like it's Grillo. You just have Grillo.
First and foremost, the E! Show gave Downing listeners a chance to find out what was really going on in Howard's studio.
The E! Show kind of opened up like, wow.
This is Grillo. Look at who's in my, this is about behind the scenes of my show.
Your representatives.
Yeah.
He's eloquent.
Is he?
He's
as usual. The guy couldn't even graduate college.
This is actually a highlight of the piece.
Find out what was really going on in Howard's studio.
The E! show kind of opened up like, wow, this is what's going on. And actually, a lot of people always say, oh, those girls don't get naked. Those girls aren't getting naked. I'm like, yeah, I swear to God, they really get naked. Everything that he says is true.
Oh, my God.
Finally, the E! show came around, and it was like, he's not kidding around. All my friends were like, you weren't. It's just, wow. I was shocked.
What an idiot. What a moron. Wait, so the girls, the girls, they
so like the girl, my friends, and then they asked what they really get. Of course, but wow, it's like well, you know.
It was Gorilla's usual idiotic comments, except fast.
Yes.
They were coming out fast and furious.
Wow.
Wow.
It can't be true. It can't be. Well, like they talked to me and they had the girls getting that. Wow. It's all true. I swear.
Doing the Stern show is that we obviously can't have any camera. We can't.
Who's this?
Scott the Pace.
Oh, this is our director.
Now,
This
he's
is
going to tell you why his job is tough.
Oh. Can't one of these guys... This is tough. Yeah, he sits in a chair, there's 3 robot cameras, and he switches back and forth. Oh, 7, excuse me. Who would know, looking at the show? I think he only uses 3 of them. Yeah, let's hear why it's hard to be the director of this show.
The big thing about doing the Stern show is that we obviously can't have any camera. We can't have any cameramen or people inside the studio as it's doing the radio show because it is a radio show first. So everything is controlled from the other room. The way that we shoot the show is with 7 robotic cameras. So they're real smooth. They can pretty much do 359 degrees.
Thank God they're putting music behind him.
The show's changed on a lot of levels. First of all, we're out of a small studio.
This is Scott.
This is Scott, yeah. The show has changed. The show has changed on a lot of levels. Now we're in a bigger studio. The show has changed for Scott. We're in a bigger room now.
Limiting in terms of what we could do. The old studio, it would have been all of us in this little spot right here, doing, cramped on top of each other.
One thing that was really important to Howard is that we had elements of the show tied into the set. So there's a lot of things that are history of the show. Sam Kinnon.
You guys sound like you have nothing to do. You know what?
I don't know what they do. Have you found out what anybody does?
It's like putting light on a cockroach. You guys are scrambling. So far, nobody's done anything except talk about that the show has got a bigger studio. That's all I've heard.
People want to know that.
Yeah.
And that's Nicole Bass. Down there, there's Robin on her horse, Blaze. Over here, we have figures of Howard. Some of them are made of tape. Wacky stuff. That's Hank, the angry drunk dwarf.
So you're giving a tour of the set?
Yeah, I gave him everything. I didn't,
Right.
We have this great picture of Gary, which is a classic. There's a great shot of Scott Salem, who's the audio engineer.
That's the real doll. He's our newest guest, full-time guest.
Sounds like a tough job to me.
I get up 4:15 to get here at 5.
Now that sounds like the hardest part.
Got the pace.
After a couple of beers the night before, it's a little rough getting out of bed.
I got up at 4:15.
Yeah, I get up at 4:15. Let's listen to this. So far, I haven't heard what anyone does.
Normally you come in, you set up, and then the day goes to the mode where Howard will start on the radio. We're ready to go, and we'll cover whatever. We actually cover all 5 hours.
You notice the music's so loud you can't hear what anyone's saying? That's because no one's saying anything.
Thank goodness.
Keep going and push into Elephant Boy tight. I enjoy the show. We're laughing the whole time. The most challenging aspect is the element that we're just so removed from the action. We're all in our control room trying to make this thing work.
What we'll do next is generally when we have a segment that has a lot of setup and it's a little more than a celebrity interview, we go and tell Howard how we're going to set it up, where we're going to place people.
What am I doing?
All the subjects that we hypnotize, crack it box.
And these guys came in and made me do this.
I said, this is a so set up shot.
It was fabricated.
I knew it was completely fabricated.
Yeah, these guys come in, all of a sudden, they go, all right, here's what we need you to do. And I'm like, when have they ever done this? Not once. And all of a sudden, we need you to, and then you're going to go over to this camera. And then I'm like,
still scrambling to try to make it look like they do something.
Yeah, because they say, would you pretend like we're doing something?
Yeah.
I said, okay, if it'll help you guys out.
And you laugh at the end of it because it's such a goof.
This is so stupid.
You're an amazing person. You really are so funny because Scott Eisinger came in for like a week before and he would say to you, the crew's coming next Monday.
Right.
And then every day give you the countdown. And every time you walk out, you go, what? And it was like you weren't hearing it.
Right.
And then he told you, the crew's here today. And you go, what crew? And Scott said something, and I know you didn't even understand what he meant.
Yeah.
And then you go, what's going on? And I go, just you and I are having our meeting. They just need 30 seconds.
Right.
And then we did it. and it was totally staged, and then Scott walked out and you go, what was that for? Like, you still didn't even know what it was.
I mean, I don't know what's going on.
You were so not into it.
I mean, that has never happened before. Where Scott
The
Einziger...
laugh at the end was so telling to me, because I was like, they stayed now.
Yeah, I mean, the whole situation was faker than Tula's vagina.
This actually should have been called the special about Howard and Robin, but Howard and Robin won't talk to anyone at 8.
Yeah, right.
Nicole Bass, Elephant Boy, Doug, and Grillo were all perfect. They'll all be sitting over there, and she'll be behind them with a wireless microphone.
Listen to all this.
And she'll go to each subject, you know, as you want to talk to them.
Okay. I mean, I don't know what this was. All right, I can see that this is a horror scene.
It gets there's even some better comments later on. Robin Redzinski gets into
she gets
Scott Einziger, and they start telling the things that we've done.
Is this thing almost over? Should I play the rest of it? Let me play the rest.
I heard the Robin Redzinski comments are funny.
All right, let me hear
it. It's really funny.
Scott's the leader, always running around. Robin Redzinski, as the supervising producer, is the calming influence in the room. And
what is going on back in that room? So you're the leader, Scott, and
you're
Robin,
running.
and you're running, and Robin Redzinski calms you.
No,
I mean, this is such a bunch of bull. This whole piece, Jesus.
Become aware of the buttocks.
I mean, come on.
Everything on track.
Having a lot of testosterone helps me to deal with all these men. But it's funny that the E staff really mirrors the Howard Stern staff in the number of men with one woman. And
so her issue is a male woman.
Yeah.
Wait, but she loves being the only woman back there because everyone pays attention.
Keep going.
Yeah, there's the big similarities between our staff and their staff.
Okay.
both named Rob. And then what happens is...
you're Robin and she's Robin.
Yeah.
Okay.
The air, what Robin Quivers won't do, sometimes get yanked in to do.
I want to see him.
That's right. She looked at Flip Wilson's penis.
Yeah, she says all that in there. You know, she keep going.
I still want to know what anyone does back there.
Nobody does anything.
It's tough for Robin and Scott to always know that at any second they're part of the radio show.
Oh, that's hard for you?
No.
Yeah, really. I mean, why is that hard? But so far, everyone's hard.
Listen to this. Everything's difficult.
Everything is hard and difficult on the show. John Robert, it is very difficult for them to know. First of all, it started out being a very difficult day because I had 4 guests in
Crazy day.
Crazy. Then it became difficult.
There was a lot of logistics.
Yeah, logistics. And then it became difficult because they know they could be yanked in at any moment.
What idiot is going to say that the job's easy?
But it is. I mean, you know.
Of course.
I mean, come on.
Howard, they sent me in that chair. I couldn't think of anything to say.
That's what you say. You go, I tell you the truth, I don't really do anything.
Create a little drama for
Yeah. I mean, I know I'm needed, but...
Hey, Gary says, I was happy that he was coming, and then I was worried that he was coming.
Like that. And once you hear your name, your stomach drops, and you start preparing what you're going to say.
Sometimes it's get yelled at. We don't get reamed off the air. We get reamed on the air. There's never a reaming off the air. Everything happens.
Off the air. Off the air.
Off the air.
There's a reaming because you're an idiot.
On the air.
I got wrapped in plastic and they put a wig on me.
Being asked to feel a man's giant potato-sized testicle.
I've had my chest shaved on the air.
Pumping Flip Wilson's penile implant.
I think we've all been hit, so to speak.
How can you cry this time?
How come I didn't cry this time?
Yeah. The E show has made me somewhat recognizable.
Oh, no.
You know, walking down the street, especially subways and buses and cabs.
Honestly, I don't tell people what I do because people have such strong reactions about Howard.
Thanks.
To be its notoriety, the killer.
I don't tell people what I do. So far, this piece is a disaster. And Genji, I get noticed all over the place. Still can't get laid. Yes, somewhat.
If he's so recognizable, how come the guy's never done one public appearance?
I know.
Well, he's in subways.
Because he's recognizable, but nobody wants him.
The relentless public humiliation. These courageous E-staffers are proud to be a part of the Howard Stern phenomenon.
I can see that.
Thank God for that. Because this group may never be able to assimilate back into polite society.
Well, look at what we learned from that piece.
That's it.
Everybody's crazed.
There was.
Robin Redzinski calms everyone down, and she looks at Flip Wilson's penis for a living. All right, very good. Nice job. All right, Rosie O'Donnell's garbage when we get back. Let me talk to this guy when we get back. And also, we've got to pick the finalists for the breast implant.
Is that going to be too confusing for the people at E?
Yeah, hey, it's going to get crazy out there, you guys.
Robin, better calm him.
Who's sensei? Who's sensei?
I will now break a board, Robin. Sensei. Oh, yeah, I'm a karate maniac. Shomini Ray. Osa. Adachi Ikubu. Shomini Ray. Teki Shodan. Sensei. All right. Hey, so... during the commercials, things get weird because Gary comes in here. He goes, I'm going to throw these guys out. He goes, I must have mentioned some record on the air. I don't even remember doing this. There was some guy.
He played it.
What's the record?
Fred played it. The Big Wreck. The song is called The Oath, and it was a Led Zeppelin sounding band. I thought.
Oh yeah.
No, I don't know. I must have played it the other day and said some nice things about it, and then.
Now they're here?
Well, no. The record company guys came down with a stripper who wants to give me a birthday cake and then squat on the birthday cake and have me eat cake off her ass.
Oh,
now I'm going like, well, who's going to do that? I don't want to eat cake off some stripper's ass.
You don't even eat cake.
I don't eat cake, and I don't eat off anyone's ass. I mean, I'm germ-phobic. My luck, I'll get genital warts from eating cake off someone's ass.
But there'll be mouth warts.
Yeah.
Warts all over your face.
What's up with that? Is she hot?
She's pretty cute.
Really?
But that's a weird thing, because I was at a party once where I saw a guy do like a weird thing to a woman, like who was a prostitute.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand what. I mean, I don't know.
I was at the same party.
I don't know how to be at a prostitute.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, stank-ho. You know? Oh, sensei. So I don't know. I went over to Rosie O'Donnell's house and looked through her garbage. I got a problem with that.
He looks pretty weird.
That's what I heard. And meanwhile, Gary said the guy found like outrageous stuff in her garbage, but I was just going to say, hey, I'm not a fan of Rosie O'Donnell, but I wouldn't go to her house and look through her garbage.
No.
But he's going to explain why he did.
Really?
And where is her garbage? Is it still on her property, or did he...
Well, I asked him about that.
Evidently, you're allowed by law to go through people's garbage, I guess.
No, you're not.
I think so, because there's been, cases about it.
She puts her garbage out in front.
Yeah.
And I thought it was weird. I said, is her house gated? And he says it is, but she probably doesn't want...
The garbage in the gate.
Private collectors going into her gate.
Yeah. That's weird.
So then she's got to deal with this guy.
Because Gary said he was looking at some of the stuff in her garbage, and a lot of it was faxes from her TV show, and she must really be like Mike Douglas. He says everything. Tell her what you read.
Well, it was like, one thing was like a setup for Harry Hamlin being a guest. So it's a question for Harry Hamlin, but you know when she's talking and it seems like it's off the cuff and she's mentioning these little things, that's all script.
What little things? Just do it. Do it
like Harry. Hey, Harry, I remember I saw you in that movie with Nicola Sheridan. Boy, I love that Nicola Sheridan. She is so cute. Anyway, and that's all like written out just like
everything is written out.
Even the anyway.
And then the what Harry Hamlin's going to say, the pre-interviewer has already told her, so she's looking at this, and then Harry will say, not exact verbatim, but
it's written.
It's written. In other words,
what is that?
Harry will then talk about how he was married to Nicola Sheridan. But that didn't work out. And then her next question is written out verbatim.
So she knows when he's done because she's looking at notes of what he has to say.
Why did you guys write some stuff up for me, man?
Because you don't want to be.
You just saw them ad-libbing, Howard.
I would kill myself rather than do a show like that.
But that's why the show is great.
Where is it? Let me see this guy real quick, and then maybe I'll take a look at the stripper. She's going to squat. She's going to be naked and then sit on a cake?
Right.
I bet you Gump would eat the cake from her butt.
You really want her to sit on your cake?
I don't care. I just want to see somebody naked.
I mean, other people might want to eat the cake later on.
Yeah, who knows where that cake's from. All right, he's wearing a ski mask, this guy, because he doesn't want to be identified. This is, hey, what are we calling this dude?
Mr. X.
Mr. X? Mr. X. Can we come up with a better name?
Genius with these,
All right, Joe.
Names.
And Joe, you look like a young guy through the ski mask. I can tell you're not an old guy, right?
Oh, you'd be surprised, but let's go with that.
How old are you?
I'm getting close to 50.
No.
Yeah.
You look good with that ski mask.
You ought to go with the ski mask.
So what's a guy like 50 years old? The guy 50 years old, you probably have responsibilities, family, everything, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm wearing this.
You're almost 50?
Yeah.
Wow.
So what are you doing in somebody's garbage?
Yeah.
Well, about 6 months ago, I was listening to the show, and Howard said, man, I'd pay a lot to see what's going on in Rosie O'Donnell's underwear.
Oh, I see.
So anyway, keeping that in mind.
You went to find her underwear.
Well, I went to find out what was in her underwear.
Did you find her underwear in the garbage?
No, but I found the boxes that she gets, what kind of underwear she gets.
What kind of underwear does she wear?
Men's extra large. And I got a box right here. You want to see it?
Double XL?
Double XL, yes.
She says on the show she wears men's underwear. That's what Gary told me.
I've seen her walking around town. Sometimes they'll take pictures of her in, like, boxer shorts and a T-shirt and stuff like that.
Those are men's double XL?
I didn't know that.
Oh, jeez, man.
Bigger than me.
Wow. I don't even... I think I take a men's XL.
I think a men's large. Just a...
Double XL. Those are the boxes?
Yes, these are the boxes.
Did you feel bad looking through somebody's garbage?
No, it's right out on the street.
Really? I guess you can do it then.
Property.
Yep. If it's out on the street, you're allowed to do it.
Yep.
Yes, you're allowed, but is it right?
I don't know. And then what happened? So you got all these faxes that she gets faxed stuff for the TV show? I guess she memorizes it or something.
Yeah.
Pull some out.
Hey, okay, read me some.
Hey, Howard, you want to know what a size double XL is?
Yeah.
44 to 46.
Jesus Christ. She is huge. Can you imagine?
Oh, man.
Oh, that is big. Oh, man. What do you got there, Gary?
So like, it looks like she's interviewing Dan Aykroyd, and it says, "So what's the premise? What's the premise in Blues Brothers 2000?" And then it says, "Dan will explain. It's 18 years later, and Elwood (parentheses Aykroyd) has just been released from prison. He's waiting for his brother Jake (parentheses Belushi's character).
I mean, even the word "so" is written down for her.
Yeah.
So what's the? Oh my God! Damn.
Wow.
What the hell?
Like here's Tracy Ullman.
Yeah.
Hi Tracy, I got to tell you, the show is great. Congrats on another Emmy. How did you come up with all those characters?
Oh my lordy Lou!
Does it have a response?
What is she, an idiot?
What's the response? Tracy, and it says we have 2 clips from her show for you from.
What's the dealio?
And then it says, Rosie, as you know, she's not only a brilliant performer, she also created all these characters just by observing people. Since she was a child, she's been imitating people, and then it goes on and on.
Well, no wonder her show's so nice. They write it all out for her. She can't even be mean.
She'll never get off the script.
Wow.
So she might wander into a place that would be mean.
You know, her idol is Mike Douglas, and I understand everything was on a cue card. Wow. What do? They put that up on the prompter?
I guess so. Maybe she
probably has notes with her, and they could be.
But how hard is it to interview these people? I mean, hey, can't you just kind of say, "Hey, Dan, what's your new movie about?"
That's probably what's on those index cards.
Wow.
But yeah, these aren't incisive questions.
Wow.
In fact, even like I'm looking here, and she says to Tracy Ullman, "How are the kids? Is Mabel still living in fear, or are you embarrassing her? Or is she still living in fear of you embarrassing her?" And then it says Mabel.
Oh, so that makes her seem like she's like a Hollywood insider. She knows Mabel.
But they know
her name,
yeah.
the names of her kids.
And then it says, Mabel is 11 and Johnny is 6. Tracy was going to pick up Mabel one day at school right after she was done shooting the show, and then it goes on to like a story that appears to be off the cuff, but isn't.
Well, hey, let me ask you something though. Like when she's like saying all that trivia about people and she knows all the movie. I mean, that must all be written down.
It's got to be researched.
Wow, that's pathetic.
Let's see what else we have here.
Well, what else did you find in there? I mean, not that it's right, but as long as you got it, I'll take a look. Now, what are these tampons?
Yeah, used ones.
Used tampons.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
Oh, I don't want to see that, man.
That doesn't mean they're Rosie's.
Come on.
Oh, yeah, they're out of her garbage bag.
They're out of her garbage. That doesn't mean she was using them.
Did you have them blood analyzed?
Not yet.
This is gross. You said period blood is different than regular blood, though, right? Oh, man.
You are so disgusting.
Yeah, that's true.
That is true.
Did you want to see him?
No, I don't think so. Let me see.
What is he?
Those in the bag, or did he?
No, I put him in a bag. I had to get him out away from the food and stuff.
These supposed to flush tampons down the toilet.
Yeah.
I'm going to puke.
I'm going to throw.
Oh, man. That ain't right, man.
Stick where they can.
I think I draw the line here.
Okay.
Well, you could do it if you want. I mean, I can't stop you, but I don't...
What is that?
I have, just to prove they're hers, I have photographs out of the same garbage bag that have her face on it and her kids.
And her kids. Why would she do that? She should get a shredder.
I do have to say,
I shred all my garbage.
I do have to say, Howard, I'm just going to bring over this one piece of evidence because I just want you to see Rosie without makeup.
Let me see.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if I want to see this.
Let me see.
I don't blame her for throwing that out. Well, did she rip them up at least?
Yeah, she ripped them up.
And then you glued them back together?
No, I didn't have to. She didn't rip them up that good.
What'd you do? You had to tape them back together if she ripped them?
No. She just, ripped them in half. They're large
photos. So that's all she did?
Just like Buddy Hackett.
She didn't shred them.
Man. She does look like Buddy Hackett.
Bloody Hackett.
Bloody Hackett. Oh, man, that is sick. I don't know, man. What kind of food is she eating?
You've been keeping this in the house. Does your family know you went through her garbage?
Yeah, I really caught hell for it.
Did you? Your wife yelled at you?
Oh, I'm still getting it.
Yeah, well, it is weird, man.
Yeah.
Stinks, man.
Anyway,
yeah, it is weird.
I brought this for John. It's one of her pies.
Oh, wow. She threw out a whole pie?
Yeah.
Maybe because it was going bad?
Well, I mean, you know, her garbage is she had like 4 pails full of food. So,
really? That's disgusting.
Like,
that's so much.
Couldn't get through all of it, I guess, before it started turning.
So much consumption. What kind of cake is that?
It's like a pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie for Pumpkinhead.
Pumpkin. What else? What other kind of food you got in there? Look at this guy. He got a whole garbage, man. What'd you do? Take a big green garbage bag and dump it out in there?
No, but
Did
I had
you feel weird doing it? I mean, you had to feel a little.
I was worried about.
Did you pick through and take what you wanted?
Well, what I did was I had to run like 2 blocks. I had to go late at night.
Because warped Santa Claus.
Grab a bag and take off down the street into the woods, and then get to my car and throw it in the trunk and run back and forth about 20 times. Until I could get enough stuff. Excuse me, I almost messed up.
You didn't.
Yeah, and then take it home and bring it into the garage and
Have you done
sit
this
through
before?
It. Yeah, I've been doing it because I wanted to make sure that I got the load that had the stuff that Rosie puts up herself, because that's what Howard asked for.
Oh, no, wait a second.
Howard didn't ask for
I never asked for anything.
He was just talking.
Yeah,
I said, hey, I wonder what's in her underpants. I didn't know that you were going to go find her underpants.
I found what was in them.
Let's make that clear.
Okay. No, you weren't specific, but I figured I'd get you something that was in there.
God damn, man, this room's starting to reek already.
Yeah,
it really stinks.
But you've never done this to any other star.
No. I just know how much Howard loves her, so I figured I'd just bring some stuff in for him.
Wacky.
Do you have children?
Yeah, I do.
Wow.
They're not hip to this.
Yeah. I mean, I'm no fan of hers, but man, we have to go through a garbage.
Yeah, that's all right.
And dude, don't go through her garbage anymore. That's pretty vile.
I don't think I'll be able to now. It's probably security on it all.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Oh man.
All right, get that stuff out of there. You
Anything else you need to show me?
Well, let's see.
He's a Christmas.
He's got a can of Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, what kind of food did you find in there? I'm just curious, why is she getting so fat?
Well, I mean, pretty much what I found in it.
Is it Diet Dr. Pepper? No. Well, what is that, Milky Way?
Snickers.
Snickers. Oh, boy, she's got a real problem.
She likes Snickers. I found mostly what I found in there was a lot of candy stuff.
Yeah, she's jonesing on candy.
Yeah,
because I saw one show where she was actually making candy. And like spending way too much time.
Trying to cut down on her expenses.
Well, she took a caramel nougat, said it was boring, and then she dipped it in fudge chocolate and put like coconut sprinkles on it and nuts and to make it more fattening.
I'm getting sick.
Geez, figuring out ways to get herself fatter.
Yeah, she likes to drink.
What's that?
It's a bottle of red wine.
Yeah.
Well, let's point out that just because it's in her garbage doesn't mean she drinks it.
Yeah, you might find a bottle in my garbage, but I don't drink at all.
Well, I figured since it was in the same bag of garbage that came out of the bathroom. That
halava.
Yeah.
Halava. Who eats that? You ever had halava?
No.
I thought Jews only eat halava.
She's not Jewish.
No? What is she?
Irish.
O'Donnell's in a Jewish name?
No.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, anyway, sir, listen, you want my
go ahead.
beat on this?
Yeah.
I don't think it's right to go through someone's garbage.
Yeah. You want to know why?
What?
You want to know why?
Yeah, you told us why.
Another reason.
Oh.
Yeah. I got a hold of one of your copies when you were doing a Hungerthon a couple of years ago. I paid somebody over $2,000 for it. They bought it for $1,000.
Right.
And we're working on trying to get a mortgage. And I was hoping, if possible, if I could get maybe a signature from you guys again on this book. That would be the only copy in the world. And maybe...
we'll give you a signature because I don't want you going through my garbage.
Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't do that.
All right, thanks.
What did they find in your garbage?
What would they find in my garbage? A lot of peanuts. No, I shred anything but I don't think I have any embarrassing. I mean, just a lot of pornos and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, people give them to me.
Sure. You watch them.
Yeah. It's wacky. Yeah, Tom, you're on the air.
Yeah, Howard.
Yeah.
This guy's a freak, man.
Yeah.
He's a freak in nature. People should go to jail for this thing, man.
All right, man. I don't know if you go to jail. Pretty wild.
I don't know why not.
Well, it's put out on the street.
Hey, Michael, you're on the air.
Yeah, Howard. Hey, how's it going?
All right, man.
Hey, I'm a psychotherapist. I work with guys like this all the time.
Yeah, why? What
is this called, what he's got?
I don't know. I don't think there's a diagnosis for it.
You work with other people who got through Rosie O'Donnell's garbage?
They probably should write a whole book about it.
I got to admit, I was kind of interested in those scripts you found. I mean, that's fascinating to me.
Interesting.
Hey, Howard.
Yeah.
It just occurs to me that this is one of the reasons why all the guests who come on your show are so afraid of and intimidated by you, because it's not scripted out for them.
Right. Yeah, good point.
The responses aren't all written for them.
Yeah, I know. They always go, well, when will I get my pre-interview? And I go, well, no, you won't get one
while
here.
you're sitting in that chair.
Yeah, who needs the pre-interview? You, Beth, you're on the air. Go ahead.
I want to explain why there's so much, like, fresh food in the garbage.
Why?
Because people with, like, food control problems, they go on these huge, like, binges, and they get all of this food, and they gorge themselves, and then they have all this remorse, and they throw out, like, what's left because they don't want it around to tempt them.
By the way, the Snickers bag was completely empty, but the pumpkin pie was almost not even eaten.
Right. She will gorge on whatever she wants and then wants to get it all away from her.
I don't want to say anything, Rob, but we're learning a lot from this garbage incident.
Yeah.
But you can peer into a person's entire life through their garbage.
Yeah, I can read your underpants like tea leaves, too. I can tell the future. I swear to God, man, I ain't kidding. By the stains in your underpants, I can tell what kind of life you're going to have. Yeah, well, listen, I mean, a guy touched me, saw the Virgin Mother. Yeah, well, this guy's the G. Gordon Liddy of garbage. He's got a mask on and scary as hell, but all right, listen, you did it. I don't condone it, though. I don't. I really don't.
Okay. Don't do it again on our account.
Yeah, don't do it on our account, even if you think we're talking to you through the radio or something.
I'll make sure you're more specific next time.
All right, real good. All right, there it is. Mr. X Joe, who went through the garbage and found scripts, Snickers, pumpkin pie, and tampons. And pictures.
You want the picture?
No, keep that. I'm scared enough. Oh, man. All right, we'll blah, blah, blah right after blah, blah, blah. And, Robin, when we come back, we immediately pick the people for the breast implant
We're
thing.
picking the winners. I mean, the finalists.
Yeah, we have to do that.
Beauty pageant.
What is it, Jay?
Hello.
Yeah.
Howard. This guy's a sick little monkey. He needs to seek professional help. And here I am, I'm sitting in bed, I'm listening to this, and I'm going, if that was me, I'd be outside with a 30-06, putting a...
Yeah, she's too busy eating, she couldn't shoot.
All right, we got to get that breast implant thing going. And I want to see that stripper. Here's Robin Quivers, ladies and gentlemen. What's the name of this song? Hooters in the Night? My favorite. Go ahead.
Hooters big and right, just for the party. My sweaters fit so tight, I have to tuck them. I won't spread my legs unless your name is Sting.
Sting?
When I give the news, I give guys boners. And then Michael Swan won't leave me alone. I've got the kind of chest you want to push your face into.
Oh, you think that's true?
Hooters, big and ripe. Two heaving troopers. What is this? Hooters, big and ripe. Big double scoopers. They're so friendly and they glow. They block my stereo when I'm not seducing men. I'm busy just reducing them. My big milky dogs. Men are tormented when they turn me on. I make them contented. They make my dresses tight. My Hooters big and right.
Wow. Good for you, Robin. All right, very nice. Very nice song. We got to pick the breast implant people. Is that why you're here, John?
Yeah.
Okay, you'll help me with the list. And also, Joe, go ahead real quick. He says that he was doing some computer work over at the FCC, and he says someone there has someone has it in. They have a picture of me hanging there with a big red circle through it, like a bullseye.
Yeah, like the Ain't No Beef, that whole Where's the Beef pictures, like circle with
Isn't it weird when a government regulatory agency is supposed to be even-handed and supposed to be non-biased, and the employees are hanging up big pictures of me with the big circle and the line through it?
Uh-huh.
What do you make of that?
I don't understand it.
How many people had that? One of the guys there?
Just one gentleman.
Yeah. How come they're allowed to hang that on the wall?
No idea.
How come that's not, someone doesn't walk over and say, hey, dude, we're not supposed to be getting one guy. It's not supposed to be a vendetta.
He has these other articles in there on how he's your biggest, you're his biggest enemy, and he's your biggest enemy.
Yeah. I'm sitting there thinking about these guys. Yeah, what does that tell you? Like, I even know these guys.
Guys
I was so tempted to change his screensaver and put, like, stern rules on there and leave, but I was afraid it would ruin the content.
The guy has a picture of me hanging on his wall with a circle and
right
a line.
behind his desk.
Yeah. Well, what does that tell you? There it is, ladies and gentlemen. What does that tell you? You know, I ought to prepare a lawsuit. You should. I really should.
But this guy didn't have a picture of this.
Especially this guy. You have a picture of it?
Not too bad he didn't.
Oh.
No, I wish I did. I'll be back there this weekend.
But you can testify, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, will you take pictures?
I'll go back this weekend, yeah.
Thank you. Do me a favor. Leave the name with Gary. I would like you to testify at the trial.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem.
I mean, I find that somewhat odd. What am I, public enemy number one?
To this guy.
Yeah. The guy's building his whole life around
And he
it.
just happens to have a position.
Yeah, I know which guy it is, too. They're taking lunches and being bureaucrats. And they think they're in some sort of battle with me. Who cares, man? I'm getting out in 3 years anyway. At it. Just because of that. Because I don't want to deal with it anymore. Yeah, damn. Some guy at the FCC with a big picture of me hanging on his wall. Like, that's your career? That's to sum it up? Like I'm in some war with him. Some holy war. The religious right, do-gooders, people telling people what to say, what to think. It's like Dr. Kevorkian's lawyer, man. I dug that guy this morning.
Yeah, he's on the right track.
He doesn't care about people wanting to die. He cares about the religious right, not telling us what we can and can't.
That's right. They don't have to do this. That's what I'm bothered by them. They don't want other people to have abortions because they don't like them.
Yeah, so you don't have abortions.
Yeah.
Who cares? What are you worried about us?
Force you to have an abortion.
It doesn't make any sense. Who cares what you do? You don't want to have an abortion. Don't have one. What are you worried about me and my kids for? Yikes. World sucks, man. Let's talk breast exams. Hey, tomorrow...
correct, sir.
Thank you. Tomorrow, Dawn Rattenberg will be here. She's the new girl at Melrose Place. I got to admit, man, this is my penis booking the guest now.
What a piece of ass.
When did that get back into the process? We had eliminated that.
Yeah, well, it got back in. Hey, speaking of my penis, what about this stripper who came down here? You want to give her 5 minutes? Let's find out what that's about.
All right.
I don't understand the act. You get a birthday cake, she sits in it nude, squat.
Specialty of her?
You know, why doesn't the FCC go after her?
The Food and Drug Administration should be looking at it.
Exactly, Robin. Let's take a quick look at this. And then we'll pick the implant girl, and then we'll do some news. Well, Scott Einziger doing his hard job. Oh, hi. How you doing? Go up by the microphone there.
Over here. Over here.
Hey. Nice looking girl.
Nicolette.
Nicolette, what are you, a stripper by profession?
Yeah.
You are?
I work at Hot 22.
What's Hot 22?
It's a juice bar.
A Jews bar?
Juice.
How come Jews get their own bars? I'm sick of it.
I thought we had gotten to the point in this country where everybody could be together.
Oh, a lot of bars won't let Jews in. Really, they won't because they're sick of them. So they get their own strippers. Are you Jewish yourself?
No.
No. So you just go to the Jews bar, and take their money.
Dance for the Jews.
I get naked for the Jews.
What is a juice bar?
Juice meaning the girls are naked, so they cannot serve liquor.
Oh.
I don't understand that regulation either. If there's booze on the premises, you cannot be completely naked.
The alcohol, the beverage and alcohol, whatever it is,
yeah,
says,
whatever that is.
whoever gives licenses to bars, they say, hey, guys, when they get drunk, like you can see some girls topless, but you better damn well keep your bottoms on because these guys are drunk.
You horny, baby.
I have no idea why they think that if a guy has liquor, you better keep your...
You can't drink 10 seconds before he walks in.
So what's another stupid-ass law that just is there?
They serve the non-alcoholic beer. It's like the worst.
Yeah, so if you want to see a girl with her body, you want to see a girl's vagina, you better not be drinking.
But then, Howard, every county has a different rule because then there's a BYOB club, which is the girls can get naked. They can't sell you alcohol.
That's my club.
You can bring it.
Yeah.
Oh, so you can bring booze in?
Not hard liquor, only champagne, wine, and beer.
Yeah, now,
people don't get drunk on that.
Now tell me something. Have you done it before where you've gotten totally naked and sat in a cake?
No, I've never done it. Never. But I want to do it for you for your birthday.
And how old are you? Like, what are you, in your 20s?
22.
22 years old.
She thinks that girls that won't take it all off are wimps.
Right.
Like scores, you know.
Hey, don't say nothing about scores, man. I love scores. I love scores.
You've worked in those clubs before, and you wanted to just get completely naked.
Yeah.
Well, those girls, by the way,
I'm proud of my Kit Kat.
those girls can't take it all off because they work at an alcohol place. You know, you don't, so you can take it all off.
Well, they could pay, toll.
Are you totally shaved?
No.
You're not?
No.
I want to see you sit in the cake, but I don't think I want to eat cake.
It's an awful little cake.
Yeah, look how tiny that cake is. She got a little ass.
Look.
A happy birthday, Howard. So let me get this straight. You want to get naked, sit down on the cake, and then serve me cake off your ass? I ain't eating off your ass. I don't know what you got.
Kitty cat.
Really? You eat it off your kitty cat? Oh, really?
Well, that's
No.
unsanitary.
I know. Hey, where's Ronnie, the limo driver? He'll do it.
Are there any volunteers?
Ronnie will do it. Is he out there?
I don't know. Ronnie's not, I don't think he's here yet.
Figures.
Well, also,
I just want to see you naked and sit on a cake. Oh, you are naked already. Wow, look at those. Says, you love being naked?
Love.
And you're not uptight about it?
Absolutely not.
You don't feel like you're being exploited or something, right?
Never.
Right. And what is that? Where's Ronnie's here? Ronnie's coming in. Hold it. Ronnie will eat the damn cake from you. Ronnie's a wacko.
Ronnie's the man.
Yeah. All right. Wait a second. What is that coming off? Your dress?
Big Rec wanted to thank you.
All right. Whatever. Hey, take off your dress. Let me see. Wow, you got some body. Look at that body. Pierced. You're pierced on your private parts. Robin, you got to get that.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
Right after you do.
Oh, you're sexy. You got some body on you.
Thank you.
Talking to Ronnie. Ronnie, the limo driver. Will you eat a cake if...
Where's she going to put it?
She's going to sit on it.
Let me see what happens. All right, now, let me...
What's that?
Hey, how tall are you?
5'8".
5'8". Man, you're hot.
Thank you.
She's no 5'8".
She's not? No way. She says you're not 5'8".
I'm 5'8".
No, really, how tall are you?
5'5".
What are you, about 5'5"? Why do you lie about your height?
I didn't lie about my height.
Oh.
You're not 5'8".
I think I am.
You are, really?
No. You don't get to pick your height.
Gary's 5'8".
Last time I really checked, I think I was in 6th grade with the thing on the wall,
Hey, Ronnie, she looks pretty nice, huh?
Not bad.
Yeah, right.
Not bad.
Real
Well, what have you been looking at?
Yeah, not bad. You're sitting in a car all day. All right, so now what are you going to do?
Throw that in my face?
No, you're going to sit on the cake now?
What you could do is, if you want, you could bring it over there so you can really sit on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, go over there. I can see you.
There.
Yeah, go over that mat and sit on that cake. Hey, this is kind of interesting.
You might want to eat, huh?
I like her body. I'd like to date you, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. I would go out with her. Yeah, good, Mrs. Stern.
Oh, my. What is she doing?
She's sitting on the cake. Ooh, boy, have some fun with that. Isn't that a little cold on your kitty cat?
Ooh, feels good.
You like it, really? She's a party girl.
But you didn't really get any on, did you?
Nah.
You didn't get any on.
You have to really
sit in it.
You have to really sit in it.
Sit down.
Yeah. Let me see. Ooh. Is that ice cream cake?
No. It's cold, though.
It is cold? Robin, you go sit on it. Tell me if it's cold. Robin, what are you thinking?
The cake is molded to her butt.
Yeah, now it's more than her butt. Now, here, give Ronnie the spoon. Ronnie, what are you going to do now?
Is there something really there?
Now, what is Ronnie supposed to do? Eat it from there?
Come on, man.
Well, I don't know. What do you do? You're a guy. You know what to do. I don't know what to do. She has her legs up in the air, and Ronnie is taking a spoon. Yeah, right.
Oh, that's so disgusting.
Did you?
Got another spoonful?
Let's try it again. Well, how'd that feel when Ronnie was eating the cake? Oh, good, really? Wow.
You put enough on it. You want to try it again?
Is there more?
She's going to go sit on the cake some more?
I was thinking that maybe, well, forget it.
Nicoletta's taking the cake, and she's going to squat down on the floor.
You know what? Oh, this is so ridiculous.
Let me see that tattoo on the back of your neck. That's kind of nice.
What you got?
Got a little something going on there, like a little...
You got to watch her walk back over to Ronnie because you can see the cake
dripping out of her. You're really sexy. I like that. I like that she's so free.
Oh, God.
Here she comes back to Ronnie. She has tons of cake. And Ronnie's now eating her... Ronnie's eating the cake from her butt. Oh, man. How was that, Ronnie? Good? Ronnie's a whack job. See, there are certain guys who will eat cake from girls' butts. Ronnie's one of them.
Two kinds of men.
Yeah, there's two kinds of men. Men that won't and men that will.
Man or mouse?
Man or mouse, and Ronnie's a man, not a mouse.
Come on, man,
say?
try it.
Screw you, man.
Why?
Because I don't know where she's been. So what? She my girlfriend.
Hey, you only live once.
How can I get you? How can I get a date with you? Can I call you later or
You only
something?
live once, man.
What?
Let's go.
Let's go right now?
Right now.
All right, Robin, you do the rest of the show. I got a
All
date.
right, see ya.
I can't stay. You know what? If I was single, I'd be dating like in the middle of the show.
Yeah, but you go out on the date with her, but you won't eat the cake.
Oh, well, then I could talk to her and get to know her. Check her out.
Take her over to the doctor's office.
Yeah, I take her over to the doctor's office, get her checked
You
out.
get a couple of drinks, and then you end up eating the cake anyway.
Hey, you're real clean, right?
Sorry.
Oh, really? Seriously?
Sorry.
Okay, good.
Definitely.
Okay, that's good enough for me.
Come see me at Hot 22.
Really? Okay, I'll go see you. All right, thank you, Nicolette. And what is the band? Why are you here?
Big Rec wanted to thank you for...
Big
Do
Rec.
you know them?
Do you know the guys?
Do I know them? No. I
you
don't
don't.
personally know them.
Howard, this is actually sort of funny.
I like her implants, too.
There's these two other guys that
Nice
have
mouth, too.
Yeah.
Nice mouth.
The two guys that brought her, they have a record deal with another company.
Yeah.
But Atlantic Record hires them just because they know where the good-looking girls are.
Right.
Atlantic Records hires them to bring in strippers.
Oh, that's fascinating. Oh, you're a good-looking girl. There's no
Thank
doubt
you
about
very
it.
much.
I'm sure a lot of guys hit on you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You date the customers, or
No. I don't
you did not? Yeah.
Not like Amber. She dates the customers.
Right.
Every
Oh, all right, right. On Melrose Place, right.
every adult entertainment company has a rule that says that the girls shouldn't date the customers.
Right. You know why?
Why?
I don't know. I'm asking you. You know why?
I've never questioned it before.
Really? You do girls, too?
Yes.
I figured you were up for that.
She wants us to introduce her to.
Yeah, baby. Jenny Jameson?
Yeah.
I am sure she'd want to know you.
Oh.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Really?
They make a great couple.
All right, I'll
Yes.
introduce you. As long as
You
I'm in the
would?
room, yeah.
Yeah.
As long as I can watch.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Fine.
Great.
He's a dyke. All right, Nicolette, thank you very much for that treat. Ronnie, thank you. You're welcome. Nicolette, why does that noise have to occur every time we use a wireless microphone?
Because he just turned it off.
Oh, you just turned it off. Okay, thank you.
Can't
Wow.
we wait till we go to commercial to do that?
Yeah, okay, let's hear. Listen, there's a lot of women. Girl just went out of the room naked, and we're not allowed to have naked girls in the halls.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and Gary's like
So now
chasing
they're
after her.
chasing her?
Yeah, it's funny as hell.
But the funniest is that she's walking with
Off
that.
now because we're in our own section of the building.
Yeah.
We're sort of away from anyone.
Yeah, we used to get yelled at.
Sequestered.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, here we go. I'm going to give you about, I don't know, there's looks like about 15, 16 people on this list.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to start from the bottom because those are the people I remember best. It was,
Then why don't you start from the top?
because trust me, I'm starting from the bottom. You'll be happy too. Remember the girl who called in yesterday? She's 5'10", wants to be a stripper and a porn star, and she has flat chest.
Uh-huh.
She wants to be in. I think we should pick her.
I don't think we should do it this way.
Oh, how should we do
I
it?
need to know everybody so that I'll know.
All right. Okay. Write this down. 5'10", wants to be a stripper porn star. Okay. Then you had Angela, who's a stripper with a good body but has no boobs. And she had her first lesbian experience without her husband there. Remember that? And she said she was small-chested.
Right.
And the girl made fun of her chest. Okay. Then there was Teresa, who was hit by a car and in an accident ripped her boobs off. But I think that's reconstructive surgery.
I don't think we can do that.
I don't think the good doctor at Surgical Associates in Florida there is looking to do reconstructive
He's looking
surgery.
for a simple breast.
You wanna see him, though?
enlargement.
Well, no, I know if she's going to win. I don't think it's fair to bring her down here. All right. Okay, so I would cross her off the list. You agree?
Right, she can't make it.
Okay. Now, what about Debbie, who was molested by her uncle and then raped at 15?
What was her other? She's just flat-chested?
Flat-chested, yeah. That's a pretty good one. Then Jody, breast cancer, one removed. Again, I think we're in the area of reconstructive
Right. Throw
surgery.
her out.
I'm going to throw her out. Nikki wants to be in Playboy. She's stripped, and she's 21 years old. Okay? Got that? Lisa, her husband cheated with her friend with D cups, has one nipple larger than the other, has good body, and we put a star next to her name because it sounded like a pretty horrible story.
Right,
That
what's her name again?
Lisa. Yeah, I think you got those five are killer right
But
there.
I don't know who else is on the
Okay.
list.
Michelle, her son died, gained 10 pounds, and she says she's saggy. and she has nice nipples. That's the only description I have here.
Well, her son died. I mean, there's only one person we had.
Okay. Michelle.
Does she have other kids?
She has other kids, but it's
now the next woman, Allison, I'm eliminating because she got burned and she has like no breast, no nipple. She needs reconstructive surgery. Okay. All right, so I'm getting her out of the contest. Okay. Asti is suicidal. Her husband got hit by a train. She wants bigger breasts. Tracy has Crohn's disease. Lisa, the X-ray.
Wait a minute, you're going too fast. Tracy Crohn's.
Mm-hmm. Lisa, the X-ray technician, is upset seeing big breasts all day. She rides horses and has less than an A cup.
What's her name?
Lisa.
Another Lisa?
Yeah. A lot of Lisas.
X-ray tech?
Yep. Can't stand it because she gets breast exams. She can't even have them.
Mammography.
That's right, mammography. Where they take your breasts and put them in a clamp.
Right.
Then you got Gail. Remember she was in here? She was massaged by Taylor Hayes, and she wants to be a porn star, and she has a droopy chest.
She said she lost like 10 pounds.
I don't believe it. But anyway, I think she should be eliminated because she won something already.
Right.
You know, let's get some new people down
I
here.
wasn't going to pick her anyway.
Me neither.
She can just come off the list.
Me neither. So she might as well just come off the list.
She called today hoping that she would be in.
Yeah, well, she got a really good workout from that porn star.
Yeah.
Joanne has a messed up chest. Doctor died before completing both boobs. One's an implant.
She's got to be eliminated, too.
Yeah, because she's like a big job. Yeah. She's like reconstructive.
All right.
Shannon, Scottish girl, needs implants. That's all we have on her. She had that
she
big,
has
thick.
Great accent.
That's right.
Yeah.
Heather will breastfeed Hank the Angry Dwarf for implants.
See, I wouldn't mind seeing that.
No, I would. I'm eliminating that just because I can't handle it.
That's a funny.
Jane has bad implants already.
Jane?
Yeah, she sent pictures, wants to be in Playboy.
You remember the pictures, the blonde?
All right, whatever.
She looked okay.
Sounds more like reconstructive to me.
No, she has the implants already.
She just wants better ones.
She wants bigger ones.
He didn't say he wanted to take them out and put them back in.
Yeah. She just wants bigger breasts. And then Joyce, the first person to ever call us, has bad boobs and she's a single mom. She wasn't really any more defined than that. But I tell you, I think we should pick more than 5 for the pageant.
I actually think that the single mom was like, she had a problem with child support, as I recall.
Yeah. Maybe she needs the breast to snag a new guy to support her.
All right, well, first of all,
right.
I would eliminate Jane because she already has breast implants.
Right. Good. I like your feeling on that. Go ahead.
What's the Crohn's disease girl again, Tracy? What was it? Droopy breast.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, who cares? I want to see that.
Suicidal woman, we don't want to give her the breast because she might waste them.
Right, because she'll kill herself.
Yeah, so get rid of her.
Oh, yeah, but she's suicidal because of her breasts.
Yeah, but
No, she got.
I can't be sure of that.
Yeah,
her
husband
was hit by a train.
Yeah.
That's got to count for something.
Yeah, but what if she kills herself after we get her the breast?
We lose the breast. We
But we
waste
don't
the
know
breast.
that.
Here's the deal. She wakes up. She goes, "Hey, these breasts don't make me any happy. I want to kill myself."
It could also turn her life around.
You're crazy. Go ahead, Robin.
I see you crossing her off, Howard?
Yeah.
I'll see.
Yeah. And Nikki doesn't have breast implants. She's a stripper, 21. She needs the breast for Playboy.
Wants to be in Playboy, right?
She's only 20.
And she can't make a go of it because she doesn't have the breast implant.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All righty.
Well, how many do you have, Howard?
So far I've got left.
Me too. Here, I'll go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 women.
Wow.
10 women.
10.
Excuse me.
I'm not real impressed with Joyce.
Me neither.
All right.
So get rid of her.
Big deal. Single mom.
She was the first person, though.
Who cares?
All right.
So that leaves us 9?
Why don't you let them all compete?
Yeah, you have 9.
All right.
Let them all compete.
Yeah. That's what
You have
we'll do.
18.
I have 18. You just said 9.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, 18. You're an idiot.
Oh, you.
I'm just
All right. We'll do 9.
9 is good.
Okay.
9 is good. We'll tell them to come down Thursday. We'll have the big implant beauty pageant. We'll take our judges and they'll evaluate the men.
Want to choose 8 and have the last 2 fight out on the phone?
No.
Okay.
Get out of here. That's why you don't have a radio show.
Oh, I knew that was coming next.
He's the idea man.
All right, so we have 9.
That's what he used to do on his radio show. He'd have people trying to fight on the.
All right, so I have 9.
Yeah. And everyone was bored.
And this is all happening on Thursday.
It all happens Thursday. Go call the girls and tell them, okay?
You got it.
All right.
So the list was okay.
Very good. Thank you, John. John the retard, everyone. Stuttering John.
Very good, John.
Very good.
So that'll be on Thursday. The breast implants are being provided by Regional Coastal Surgical Associates on St. George Island in Florida. Call 850-927-3355. And I'm looking forward to it. I'd love to give away breast implants. That's going to be nice. Yes, Harriet, we got to talk fast because I got to get the news next.
Oh, okay. I'm calling regarding the contest. I'm a little bit excited. I can't believe I'm on the air. This is regarding my daughter. She's 20 years old. Okay. She wasn't in any accident or anything, but she does have a sad story. I mean, she is flat-chested.
And you want her to look good for guys?
Yes, I mean, she feels very depressed.
How old's your daughter?
20.
Really? Most moms don't want their daughters getting breast implants.
Or to be sexually active.
Yeah, my daughter's sexually active. I want her to have more fun.
But the thing is, she has no nipples. She's very flat-chested.
I bet you she got that from you.
Why did you wait so late to call?
You know what? She usually listens to your show rather, but she's on the college break, and so.
Yeah, you should have called in. I can't change the rules.
Oh, please.
Sweetie, it wouldn't be fair.
My son has been a fan of yours all these years, and he's the one who started us watching you all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, if anybody that you can help, you understand she's 20 years old. She's in the.
Yeah, I would have helped her. I would have put her in the contest.
We had many days.
I can't. That's not fair to the other people.
I have tons of people faxing and calling who want to get in the contest.
Yeah, I got to be fair.
We didn't know about it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Next time I do it, they'll make sure you listen.
Such good listeners, they knew about it.
Yeah. You know what we even did is I even contacted, Dr. Palumbo, the one that helped that crippled girl.
Yeah.
I even tried to contact him, and he was, I don't know.
He'll do it for you if you pay him.
Yeah, nobody wants to give away. Why can't you buy your daughter breasts?
Well.
Yeah, why don't you get a job and buy some breasts for your daughter? Don't be so lazy.
You know what? Don't speak that way, Howard.
Why?
Okay, because I am working. We're middle-income Jews.
How much money? You're middle-income Jews? And all middle-income Jews have implants. All the Jews have implants.
And we don't have, we've done everything.
How much you make a year?
We have never asked for anything. But
how much do you make a year?
It's not, we can't, and our medical group won't do it.
How much do you make a year? No medical group will give implants. How much do you make?
It's not implants. It's even the fact of the inverted nipples.
Oh, of course not. They don't care if your daughter has inverted nipples.
To me, that's
not life-threatening. Of course it's cosmetic.
It's not life-threatening, but it's.
Has your daughter had a nose job?
No. No, she hasn't. But this is helping a young person
have
confidence in themselves so they could go on with
How much money do you have?
I don't have this money to do right now.
Why don't you go out and strip, make some money?
We are working people.
Okay.
We always work.
Well, where do you work? What kind of work do you do?
We work.
What type of work?
Why is that important?
Because I'm trying to figure out your situation. What type of work do you do?
I am a secretary.
Okay. What are you making, about 25?
Not that much.
20? You must be the worst secretary.
No, I'm not. It's just that...
Do you have a car?
Yes, I do.
Why don't you sell your car?
How could I get to work if I sell my car? I can't sell anything that I have.
Are you making 20?
I just thought it would be...
Are you making 20 grand a year? Well, you answer my question. Are you making 20 grand a year?
Not quite, no.
What are you making, 18?
Something like that.
You ain't middle class.
You work part-time?
Well, I work, but I work it like on an hourly basis.
What, do you type with your feet?
No,
I mean,
don't type with my feet.
Okay, so you make 18. What's your husband make?
He works all his life. He makes enough to support all of us, to put his kids through college.
All right.
He doesn't have enough for this.
How much does he make?
Say he makes 50.
60?
50.
50, and you make 18? You got about 68?
Mm-hmm. You know what? I just called you. I don't think you have to go over my finances.
Well, I'm trying to help you out here. We're going to try and get money.
This is a young girl who
We heard that. There's a lot of girls. First of all, your daughter...
Your little bubba is more important than these other girls.
This is a young girl who needs confidence. Well, there's a lot of young girls who called in on
you
time.
Want to speak to her? She's right here, but this is someone that...
No, honey, your tot in you
yes.
is the most important tot in you on the planet. All the other girls called in...
need self-confidence.
But she doesn't want to be a go-go dancer. She says she's screaming now. She does.
She does want to be a go-go dancer?
See, she's just like all the other girls.
So tell her to... So
So tell her to drop out of college, stop wasting all that money on college, and put the money into breast implants. Something important.
But this is a contest that if you help, you're helping a human being.
Why? We know that. That's why I'm
What
doing
are the
it.
other girls in the contest?
Are the other girls human beings?
Very, very depressed.
Are the other girls human?
No, she's 20 years old. You know, it's easy to be made fun by guys. It is so. I mean, I'm trying.
Honey, we know that. We're the ones giving it away. But what about the other girls who entered on time? They have sad stories
I
too.
didn't know. My son just called.
Well, we didn't know either.
I didn't know, and my.
You got to listen every day.
My car doesn't work, so when I.
We did this for 2 weeks, you wacko. I'm not going to argue with her. I try to explain it to her, but you can see she's clearly out of it.
You would be helping a human being if you helped her daughter.
The rest of the people aren't human beings.
I don't know what they are.
You don't understand. We're middle-class Jewish people. We're middle-class Jewish people.
You're middle-class Jewish people. What do you want from me?
Then get your own breast implant.
Yeah. Those jobs you got money for. College she got money for. Why is she going to college if she wants to be a stripper? Skip college. These strippers going to college.
What are we doing here?
What are we doing? And when are we going to do the news? Next time he comes in here, I got to ask him about that.
Who?
Eric Roberts. He was arrested for, what was that?
Screaming obscenities outside somebody's window.
Oh, we know about that.
We do? He must have had a good reason. There's a guy on the phone says he's on 22nd and Broadway here in Manhattan, and he's stuck in his trunk, and if we could just help him get out, he'd really appreciate it. Ronald, you still in your trunk? Hello?
Yeah, hi.
Hi, you still in the trunk of your car?
Yes, there's a white GL storm.
How did you get stuck in the trunk of your car?
Well, I was fixing the wire speakers, and I climbed in there, and the wind shut the damn thing shut.
It's very hard to understand him, Robin.
Well, he's in a trunk.
What did he say? Interpret for me, please.
He said he climbed into his car to fix the speakers.
Right.
The wind slammed the trunk shut.
All right. Now, what kind of car are you in?
It's a white Geo Storm.
A white Geo Storm.
All right. Well, if anybody sees him.
It's the local place for Horse Tooth Jackass.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right.
Don't think you... All right, get out of here. Don't think you fooled us with that one, you idiot. Yeah, like, someone got stuck in the trunk of the car. They have a car phone.
And they have a car phone they can get to.
And they call us. You wouldn't call a cop.
911.
Right. Maniac. There's so many funny calls on there. I mean, some guy calls me up. I don't even think I've... Maybe we'll talk to him tomorrow. He shagged some girl last night, and...
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, and he woke up, and she had no hair or eyebrows.
What?
Yeah, baby.
What?
I don't know. Tell him to call back tomorrow.
Was he in the dark when he met her?
Yeah, the E-Show Whack Pack Hypnotized Part 2. Don't miss the chilling conclusion of our two-part special featuring members of the Whack Pack in an eerie hypnotic state. Who was Nicole Bass in a past life? What about Elephant Boy? Find out tonight on the Mighty E-Show. Tomorrow's show, Dawn Rattenberg, new girl on Melrose Place. Going to get a screening of the new Pamela Lee sex video.
Oh, groovy,
Big breast implant giveaway going on Thursday. I think we'll have a little beauty pageant. We'll have 9 women, and we'll narrow it down to 5. Those 5 will have to do some kind of
wonderful.
talent.
We'll have like a big pageant that narrows down.
We have 3 categories. Worst breasts, obviously. Secondly, personality and poise. And third...
The interview.
That's right. And third...
What?
So you're a pageant, you know about
I'm
that.
pageant savvy.
Yeah, and the third category would be maybe talent. Maybe we'll have each one of the girls sing. The 5 finalists.
All right.
Very fascinating. But
Should be fun.
the girls will be topless for the pageant. And their flat pancakes will be exposed.
Well, that goes into the judging.
Baby.
You got to give the breast implants to the person who needs them the most.
King of All Blacks will be a judge. Neil is going to be a judge. Ralph is going to be a judge. And who's the 4th judge? There's 4 judges, I think. I don't know who Gary said the 4th one is. It'll be a surprise. Whatever it is, it'll be a disaster. Because those guys are brutal.
Oh, they're horrible. All angry guys.
Yeah.
All guys who hate women.
Right. Guys who hate women, who never get anywhere with women, judging women. Beautiful. Sounds like a winning combination. Let's do some news, Robin.
All right. Well, first of all, I want
And now I fall for that every day. What can you do?
Well, he won't do it until I start talking.
Right.
I was looking at Star Magazine. I'm surprised you missed a couple of stories here.
I missed a lot of stories. I'm busy with breasts.
First of all, Charles Kuralt.
Charles Kuralt?
Do you remember this guy?
Isn't he dead?
Do the Sunday morning thing.
Right.
Yeah. He was big and fat.
Big and fat.
He used to travel around the country in a trailer doing that On the Road series where he'd walk through wheat fields.
Charles Kuralt on the road. Yeah, they wanted me to replace him. Go ahead.
Oh, is that right? They wanted you to replace him?
Yeah, I would be doing On the Road series.
And he retired a couple of years ago because he was now going to travel on the road and, you know, see the rest of America without having to report back to CBS.
Yeah, now he's part of the
ever
road.
so often.
Yes.
And then he just died, you know, shortly after retiring.
Tell me he's really alive and he wanted to go into anonymity.
No, that's not what happened at all. All I know is that he looked like a pretty straight dude, right? You wouldn't look at him and say he's a wild man, he's got something going on.
Right.
He had a wife here in Manhattan and some kids and, you know, just a regular life, and then he'd be in his trailer traveling across the country.
Yeah.
You think you could let him out alone. Well, it turns out he had a secret life all that time.
What was the secret? Was he with a guy?
According to the Star,
Yeah.
he had a 28-year
Affair?
relationship.
With a woman?
With another woman.
You see, whenever, you say to yourself, why would a guy want to be on the road for 28 years? Guys develop jobs that allow them to
That's right.
cheat.
Get away from their wife.
Where's your husband? Oh, he's on the road. Oh, Charles Kuralt's on the road. Well, that's fine.
Right. Oh, he's talking so poetically about those wheat fields and those little farms.
He's been shagging his bitch. And you know what else?
She's in the trailer with him.
Yeah, you know what else is great about that? I could swear he had something to say about me.
Probably, you know, because he's one of these dudes who's always pontificating about how life is, you know, we should be sweet and gentle and kind and wonderful.
Well, he was. He just spread the love around.
That's right. He was kind to everybody. So.
And Charles Kuralt, you see, that's like guys develop, like, who in their right mind would want to be a traveling salesman?
In a trailer.
Yeah, no one, right? So, it's always so you can, you know, shag some bitches. Because what guy like Charles Kuralt's status really wants to be on the road in a trailer?
But I'm looking at him, I'm like, this guy is no looker.
No.
There's no way in the world he should have been having this much fun.
Well, where's his broad?
They don't have her picture in there. They just have a letter he wrote to her shortly before he died.
Yeah, well, he got a picture of the wife. I could see why he was on the road.
Petey.
Petey, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm sitting there, poor Petey thought all along she had a husband she could trust. And after he dies, she finds out he had some Minnesota retreat or something.
Yeah.
Or Montana retreat with some other woman.
Yeah.
Says the legendary newsman Charles Kuralt took a shocking secret to his grave. He led a double life with a mistress 2,000 miles from his home and family.
Sounds good.
The roly-poly on the road star even planned to leave his wife and retire with his love to their remote cabin home in rural Montana, according to a steamy lawsuit that has been conducted between the families now, and it's blown the lid off of Kuralt's reputation.
Wow.
Patricia Shannon says she was Kuralt's real love for nearly 30 years. Incredibly, his wife Petey had no inkling that she was caught up in this two-way affair.
Hey, he's a cool guy, man. You know, he figured out how to have the affair and not have his wife catch on. You got to admire that, guys. Come on.
She says that they provided each other with mutual love, support, and companionship. What was Petey doing all that time?
I'm looking at the picture of Charles Kuralt, and I'm staring at his crotch, thinking about his penis. Like, I never considered him much of a man.
Just 2 weeks before his death, Kuralt, who anchored the CBS Sunday morning show for 15 years, wrote a note saying he wanted Shannon to inherit the home they shared. That's what's now causing all the problems, because now Petey wants the house. She couldn't have her husband to herself for all these 30 years. They didn't even know anything about a Montana home. They thought he had a little fishing cabin.
Peeny.
A fishing shack. Turns out he had a whole house he had built.
Wow. Hey, how do you like that, man? That's great. All right, Charles Kuralt. Way to go, dude.
The family had no idea that this was going on.
Died with a smile on his face.
Had a sumptuous house on 130 acres of land.
Wow.
Hey, now.
Wow.
We knew he had a shack somewhere.
Shack. Guy's living it up.
We had no idea he had a woman. And she said she used to go on the road with him. She'd travel with him in that trailer. They'd have this Montana retreat, and then she spent part of her time in Paris. He sent her lots of money.
Wow.
Told her she could have the house. He wrote her a letter when he was sick and said, I don't know what's wrong with me, and I keep getting worse, and if, you know, things keep looking bad, I'll make arrangements for you to keep the house and all that stuff. But the family's saying, nope, everything he owns belongs to us. We don't know anything about you, Shannon.
Wow.
So.
Way to kill his image, huh? That's good, man.
That's what I love. I always tell you, these guys who want you to think they're wonderful,
Yep.
there's something wrong there.
That's why I tell you I ain't wonderful.
I know. You tell me the truth.
Yeah, I'm a bum. I think about girls 24 hours a day.
And that's what I always say. You I don't have to worry about. I know exactly what you're thinking.
Yeah, and I'm weak. I want women. I love my wife, but I do love girls. Listen for that. Yeah, but Charles Kuralt would never admit that.
He'd never tell you. He'd just do it.
Yeah, and condemn me because I'm disgusting.
And then the Tim Allen story. Tim Allen
I saw that.
Therapy to save his marriage?
Well, you knew that was coming. Come on, I mean, Tim wants to go out and have some sex, man. You saw, what's her name? Chrissy Alley was saying Tim was coming on her like a madman.
Yeah, she's been saying that around town, that he was really into the kissing scenes.
Tim Allen's got a bunch of dough. He's been married to the same woman for 500 years.
Well, he's caught in this quandary because she was the woman who stood by him at the worst times of his life.
When he was in prison.
Yeah. She waited for him. Who would have done that?
Yeah, he's got the guilt now. So he's going to therapy, but...
Tim Allen is undergoing therapy in a desperate effort to save his marriage, the star has learned.
By the time you start... What do you mean? How did they learn that?
I don't know. Pals say the home improvement funny man was headed for separation and possible divorce until his wife, Laura, put her foot down and said they had to get some help.
Yeah, well, his wife, man, she goes everywhere with him, too.
Well, that's not the case.
Yeah?
You spend more time with your TV family than you do with your own, with her complaints.
Yeah, well, take a look at the TV family. They're hot. that Tool girl?
If you don't do something about that right now, we're going to lose what we have. We either have to seek counseling and you spend more time with the family, or forget what's going on here. I'll leave you.
I've had the same lecture.
That really got to him, according to this article. They say that the couple has been married for 13 years and have an 8-year-old daughter.
Right. Have the therapist show him how much money he's going to lose. That'll snap him out of it. One thing guys love more than trim, that's their money.
Well, Tim says his history is littered with big mistakes. He doesn't want to make another one.
Right. Tim Allen in therapy to stay married. The problem is he's out in Hollywood. He could have any broad he wants.
And he said one of the results of therapy is that the couple are now working to spend more time together. See, it's a struggle.
That poor bastard. Now he got to spend more time with her. The guy doesn't want to spend any time.
Since all the counseling and therapy, they now schedule times when it's just the two of them.
Oh, how boring.
He also schedules time to spend with his daughter.
Wow.
As a couple, they've been through a lot together. We all know about the jail time and all of that other stuff. And then I guess he got caught up in his work life, and he just wanted to work all the time. The TV and the movies, he was never home.
Yeah, well, what does that tell you? Come on. Wake up and smell the coffee, sweetie.
His work on the show and in feature films separated him from his wife, and it appeared to have caused some problems in his marriage.
A couple of problems. His wife ought to go look for a boyfriend.
But now they seem to have the marriage back on track, according to this article.
3 months from now, divorce.
Each day, Tim and Laura are working to resolve their problems, say a friend. Not with anger like they used to, but through love, respect, and a deep understanding of each other's needs.
I know what he needs. I don't know what she needs, but I know what he does.
I couldn't believe you had overlooked those stories.
You know what? Other people's pain doesn't interest me. Let's be honest. It only obsesses me.
Along that same line.
Hard to believe, Robin.
I didn't mention this before, but President Clinton went through that deposition with Paula Jones.
Yeah, now how did we miss that?
Over the weekend.
Yeah.
I guess I wanted to devote more time to it, and I wanted to wait until Hillary made her statement.
Oh, good. And what did she say? I don't care. She really doesn't care.
I don't know what's going on. These two amaze me. Because either they're the greatest actors in the world, because have you seen those loving pictures that keep coming out of the two of them now?
Yeah. Well, why do you think they're coming out?
They're dancing on the beach. Yeah. He's gazing at her like she's the most beautiful woman in the world.
Yeah, wait till the camera goes off.
So now Hillary has, she's great. She comes right in there and saves the day. Now she's talking about how this has affected her, and she says, not at all.
Wow.
Saturday, Clinton spent 6 hours in a room with Paula Jones, and he didn't get to sexually harass her at all because there were tons of lawyers there.
Saturday Night Live had a good line.
What?
Well, the news, they said, hey, listen, President Clinton said, I never sexually harassed this woman. I harassed a woman who had a bad perm and braces on her teeth, and I don't know who this woman is.
I've never seen this woman.
I've never seen this woman. Yeah, she had a whole makeover.
Yeah. Well, now they've got all these other women who are, coming forward. A couple of months ago, there were rumors that there was another woman who Clinton had sort of chased around the desk in the Oval Office.
Right.
And she refused to testify, but they finally got her. And supposedly under oath or during a deposition, she said that, yes, the president did feel her up and kiss her and all that stuff while she was in the Oval Office with him. And another witness said, yeah, I saw her right after this incident, and her lipstick was all smeared, and she was disheveled, but she was giggling.
Yeah, of course. I mean, come on. She went up there. She knew what was going on. And the whole case is absurd. I feel bad for any woman who's really been sexually harassed.
This is what the president faces.
Right.
He faces the same thing that Marv Albert faced when he was fighting that case in Virginia. There could be a long parade of women coming to the stand to talk about his peccadillos.
So what? He loves women.
And it would just be embarrassing for his wife and child. I think that's what he's concerned about. And it might not be too good for the presidency either.
I don't think he cares.
He can't serve another day.
Yeah, right. He can't run again.
But so he's definitely concerned, I suppose, about this. And they say that's probably what will force him to settle this case in the long run, because he doesn't want to go through that kind of embarrassment publicly. Anyway, Hillary Clinton has now come forward and said that she tries to keep this out of her private life. She and her husband are going on with their lives.
Okay. You want to play these tapes?
Yes, I do.
Came home and actually cleaned closets and things that we'd been meaning to do and had been putting off.
Well, that must have been fun.
A way in which
Cleaning
we try to
closets?
keep our
You're the
lives as
president.
normal as possible despite what's going on around us.
Even presidents have to clean their closet, Robin.
Really?
Yeah, especially when you got pictures of women and stuff.
There's other women.
You get rid of them.
Here's more of what Hillary had to say. She gave an interview to Mutual Radio.
Wow. What's that?
I don't know, some network.
It is a relationship made in heaven.
Where do you fit in?
Well, actually, Buddy is pretty nice to me, so I'm actually pleased about that. He and Bill and I spend a lot of time together up in the residence.
Tough question.
Talking about the dog.
Yeah, that's a tough question.
He got the dog to help out with his image, so Hillary's talking about the dog.
No fluff questions there. Mutual Radio, way to go. There's more.
More Hillary.
I hope they ask more dog questions. She loves those.
You do box it off. You have to.
She's going to be jealous of a dog. She can jealous of all those broads.
Here she's talking about how she tries to keep this separate from this whole harassment thing, separate from her personal life.
Because there's no way that you can let people with their own agendas, whatever they might be, interfere with your life, your private life, or your public duties. And that's what my husband does every single day.
I love it. Tim Allen's in therapy to save his marriage. Like, if you're in therapy and it's that much work to save your marriage, maybe it's time to end it. His wife won't let him off the hook.
Well, what are you supposed to do if your husband never comes home?
Yeah, tell him to leave. Do him a favor.
He's already left.
Yeah. He tried to leave. She won't let him. I'm making it easy. All right, let's hear more of Hillary.
Yeah, I think here she says that she thinks all of these charges are politically motivated.
Of course, she's the best wife in the world.
Mm-hmm.
You go out and have all the sex you want. She'll figure out the way to get around it. Yeah.
We do a great disservice to ourselves as citizens by constantly invading the privacy of public people. Because what happens is then the public person becomes more and more on guard, less real, more hollowed out.
You mean people in Hollywood can become less real? Well, that would be horrible.
And is there another one there? Because this is where she'll say she thinks this is all politically motivated.
Nice.
Certainly when you see the kind of political maneuvering that goes on against my husband on a daily basis, there certainly are a lot of agendas out there.
I'm with her on that.
He's got too much to do on behalf of what he's trying to do for the country to be bothered by it, so he does box it off.
Yeah. That's what I do. I box it off.
She's a good wife.
She is. She's great.
You gotta say.
Yeah.
There's nothing bad about Hillary as a wife.
What she lacks in looks, she lets you go out and do your thing.
I don't know if she's doing that.
Yeah.
But she certainly stands by you and comes through for you in a pinch.
Yeah. Even when they got you with your pants down. Oh, yeah.
She didn't even want to discuss the charges.
No. I don't need it. Oh, yeah.
Don't even think about it.
She's a great girl.
Not interested.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
And maybe she's into ass play. Who knows? Icing on the cake. Go ahead, Ron.
The president has to continue to conduct the affairs of state. So Israel's prime minister will be in the Oval Office to outline a plan that may disappoint President Clinton as well as the Palestinians. Benjamin Netanyahu reportedly wants to pull his troops out of about 9% of the West Bank,
right,
in addition to the 27% already controlled by the Palestinians. The United States apparently wants Israel to do more.
Yeah.
The president will be dealing with that.
You know, the Jews have a big problem. A lot of middle-class Jews can't afford breast implants.
And there's got to be something done about that.
Right. And that's what the president's talking to Netanyahu about.
What's up with this? There are a lot of doctors
Go ahead.
who are not paying back their student loans.
Of course. It's been going on for years. In fact, it's been going on for 20 years. These guys are subsidized through medical school, and then they
Why
default.
would you then just not pay back the government?
They declare bankruptcy because there's a lot of money. They want to make dough, and this is what they do.
And the federal government gets taken over and over and over again. When is it going to smarten up?
It just doesn't, because you know what? It's nobody's money.
It is our money. The federal government's got a simple message for these deadbeat doctors. About 1,400 doctors and healthcare workers have defaulted on student loans.
Pull their licenses. They'll pay.
Health and Human Services Director Donna Shalala says they won't get reimbursed for treating Medicare and Medicaid patients until they pay up.
Oh, that's like putting a knife through a vampire's heart. Oh, they'll pay then. Oh, that's no problem. They love that Medicaid. Doctors
After 3 years
live
of
for
trying to collect, the government wants everyone to know who those folks are. Their names have been posted on the Internet today.
Quickly, Robin. Who told you that? Right.
And they'll be published in the Federal Register.
Oh, you didn't say that.
They'll, you can go on the Internet and see exactly who it is. They owe the government more than $107 million for loans that help them get through school.
Hey, now.
Guess who the largest
Hey, now.
group of practitioners on the list are? You're going to faint when you hear this one.
The largest group of doctors?
Yeah. What
the type
kind
of doctor?
doctors? Or healthcare workers?
Gynecologists.
Nope.
Let me think.
They're happy, so they're paying back.
Anus doctor. What do you call that? Proctologist.
No.
I'm going to say, who?
Chiropractors.
Oh, well, of course. oh, don't even get me started. Oh, I didn't even know you were calling them doctors.
I said or healthcare workers.
Oh, please. I don't even call them healthcare workers.
Police.
You mean that phony baloney manipulation
You
stuff?
mean the government is supplementing their income?
Oh, I had no idea. If you know
Education?
what? F the government. If they're giving free money to chiropractors, we could have more chiropractors. Oh, they lay you down on the table, they hold vitamins over your head and snap their fingers. Oh, for crying out loud. Give me an adjustment. Oh.
Oh, well.
I mean, we subsidize. Okay, next story.
I know. You're now very upset with the government, aren't you?
Oh, the government's full of it. They're so busy chasing me down, they're giving all the money to chiropractors. Ridiculous.
See, these things slip through the cracks when they're preoccupied with you.
Big problems in this country. Tim Allen's going through a marital problem, and people are busy with chiropractors.
Did you see the story about the young girl who was killed by her mother and her sister out in Fayetteville, Long Island?
She was possessed, right?
The mother and the sister apparently became enamored of the religion Santeria over the last several months.
Very legitimate religion. I think they kill chickens on their high holiday.
They say in Santeria there are animal sacrifices for a number of different holidays and celebrations. You know, when you get married, they kill something.
Right.
When you come into the church, they kill something. And on various holidays, they kill something.
Yeah, when you get married, they should kill your wife. Okay, you wouldn't have to go through an expensive divorce.
So anyway, this mother and daughter started practicing the religion. I guess there were 3 daughters. And 2 of the daughters went along with the mother and said, okay, we'll be a part of this religion too.
Yeah.
This particular daughter, her name was Charity, decided that, she didn't care too much for this. She just wanted to, go her own way.
Be a cheerleader.
Well, in Santeria, one of the tenets is there's good and there's evil, and there's a battle going on Earth between these 2 forces, and they decided they were the good force.
Right. That would make sense.
And the daughter who didn't want to be in the religion, she must be evil.
Uh-huh.
So they decided she was possessed.
All right.
They decided to try to do an exorcism on her.
Didn't work out?
The exorcism did not work, and so their only other option after that was to kill her.
Right. Well,
they wrapped a plastic bag around her head and suffocated her.
That's why O.J. had to kill Nicole.
Because she wouldn't go along with his religion?
That's right. Now the true story. He was into Santeria.
They
Listen.
suffocated the girl, and then they decided to take her body and, put it at the bottom of a set of stairs.
Let's make it clear, Rob. This is a white family.
It happens.
People hear Santeria, they think it's like a Haitian black thing.
Right, no.
It happens.
These are white people involved with Santeria, okay?
You have to make that distinction.
And the mother's good-looking, and the
whole family was good-looking.
Good-looking family, like model good-looking.
All the daughters were cheerleaders.
Yeah, and cheerleaders. All right, white cheerleaders. I got to option this story.
She's got to be popular girls, right?
Wouldn't you go to a movie about white cheerleaders that kill each other because of Santeria? I'd go see that. I put Jack Nicholson in the lead role.
So anyway, they put her body at the bottom of this flight of stairs to make it look like she had fallen and hurt herself.
Yes.
And some aunt came in, saw the dead body, then called the police. The police came. They told them the story of that, girl had an accident. Police saw right through it.
Right. Yeah, they knew in 2 minutes. They know in 2 minutes.
Yeah, saw right through this one.
Cops are not dumb. They're really not. They know in 2 seconds when you're BSing them.
They carted the two off. There's a third daughter who has not been charged in the case. But this poor girl was murdered by her family because she didn't want to go along with their religion. Now, mind you, nobody's going to stand up now, except for me. I will say this. Religion should be banned because this was based on...
Wow. Hold it. Robin's music, please. Thank you.
You know how every time a movie becomes involved in one of these cases where kids kill their parents or whatever, they start screaming it's the movie's fault and that movie should never be shown?
Right.
Well, I say this religion should be banned because these people were influenced by that religion to murder.
Well, I'll tell you, I believe you should be in this movie I'm making about this story. You will play the young cheerleader daughter.
Okay.
Raquel Welch will be your mother. Raquel Welch will be your mother.
Is that right?
And Ellen Barkin will be your sister.
I see a lot of family resemblance.
That's right. And it's going to be great. And Jack Nicholson will be the Santeria expert.
Well, there are animal sacrifices. I love learning about Santeria.
All right.
There are animal sacrifices in these religious ceremonies they hold.
Yes.
Santa Rose, as the followers, the worshippers are called, kill animals usually by slicing their carotid arteries.
That's by the balls.
No, that is not.
Not?
The neck, you said.
Oh, I didn't know that.
In rituals for death, birth, marriage, and the initiation of priests.
Yes.
The blood is used as an offering to these helpers of good spirits. And in most cases, the sacrificed animals are eaten after the ceremony.
Oh, that's all right.
They also, when you join the Santeria organization, you get an extended family. Those who undergo its initiation rites, which include animal sacrifices to cleanse the soul, join an extended family. They have godparents, they have priests and priestesses who bring them into the religion, as well as people designated as aunts and uncles.
Wow.
So you get a whole family.
All right. I like it. I like that religion.
Nice. The one other thing I thought was
At
interesting.
least it's not a boring religion like Catholicism and Judaism.
Where you just go to church and then go home.
At least you get to kill stuff when you practice your religion.
The other thing that I found interesting...
If they ever make a religion where you can eat cake off a stripper's ass, I'm right there.
You're the first follower.
Yeah. I'm there.
They had a brand new car that they won in some kind of newspaper contest.
Is that right?
Yeah, the family had a brand new car.
Look at that. And they did this anyway.
1 week so lucky, next week not so lucky.
Shows you there's a lesson in life that you have to learn, Robin.
What is
that
it?
a new car doesn't solve all your problems. Like so many Americans think. And Canadians.
Absolutely.
That's it. What else?
Let me see what else is going on. What else did I want to talk
There
about?
must be other news.
Certainly there is.
I can't imagine that's it.
Oh, there's, you know the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier?
Yeah, Fred's buried there.
There was a big push, after Vietnam to get a Vietnamese veteran unknown soldier buried in the tomb.
I've been behind that, yes.
And now they think that they may know who those remains belong to.
George Jessel.
No. A guy named Michael Joseph Blassie.
Yes.
He was a highly decorated Air Force first lieutenant who died at the age of 24 when he was shot down on May 11th.
World War I?
1972 near An Loc, close to the Cambodian border.
That's the guy.
So his family now wants the remains in the tomb of the unknown soldier dug up and tested for DNA to see if that is indeed their son, because they want him back.
Right.
So they may have to go out there and fool around with the tomb of the unknown soldier and bring it up.
We'll see what happens with that.
Louise Woodward, she is the nanny who served 279 days for the manslaughter of an 8-month-old boy earlier or late last year. She will no longer have her legal costs paid for by that au pair agency who placed her in the home of the Eapen family. They may have paid something like $500,000 to defend her in this case so far, but the family has announced that now they will pay for Louise's legal expenses through the $330,000 raised from supporters of this girl.
She should get breast implants.
Well, she's got enough money for it.
Right. You get a hell of a pair for $330,000.
Both sides have appealed in that case, so there will be more legal fees to pay, and I guess Louise can support herself now that she's raised all this money.
What else is in the news?
I just told you that story about the Miranda family on Long Island. That was Vivian Miranda and her daughter Serena, who was 20, who were charged in the murder of their sister. By the way, Serena was in college, and we've often said there are too many colleges.
Yeah. And by the way, thank you for
proof positive.
Thank you for giving out those names, because some of our audience is dating any of those people.
Watch your back.
All right.
Jury selection begins today in Texas for the trial of a former Naval Academy midshipman, Diane Zamora. She's accused of killing a girl who had a one-time fling with her boyfriend. Zamora was arrested after she purportedly told fellow midshipmen she had once committed murder. Authorities say Zamora and her boyfriend took the girl to a secluded road in December of 1995 and killed her. Police say Zamora had become enraged after learning of the affair. Testimony is tentatively scheduled to start on February 2nd. The boyfriend, former Air Force Academy cadet David Graham, goes on trial later this year.
Nice. Wow.
A Kentucky man has married his girlfriend under a court order.
It happens.
Darrell Meadows had threatened to kill Angela Wally and their daughter while visiting friends in Georgia in November.
This is where the judge forced them to get married?
The judge hearing the case reduced the felony charge to misdemeanor disorderly conduct and ordered Meadows to marry Wally.
Oh, that's good. A guy who abuses the woman, now the judge wants him to marry her.
Yeah. And you shouldn't be abusing a woman he's just engaged to.
Right. Well, okay. That makes sense.
The judge said he wanted to make sure Meadows has a legal obligation to support the child.
Like Kentucky? Doesn't the guy have a legal obligation to support the child? Because he is the father. It doesn't matter if he's... No, forget it. Please, that's Kentucky.
No, this is in Atlanta that the judge made these decisions. The sentence drew fire from advocates for civil liberties and abused spouses, and Meadows himself balked at the order, but they got married on Saturday in Kentucky. A friend says Meadows wanted the wedding, but didn't like people thinking he did it only because he was forced to.
Right. Beautiful.
Now, you're part of a working two-income family now, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, I'm doing most of the income part. We're both working. My wife works more hours than I do, but I bring in the income.
Is that right?
Yeah, I pretty much. Her job is costing me money. Costing me a fortune.
Are you kidding?
No, I ain't kidding.
Oh, how's that? I never heard of a job costing you money.
Oh, who pays for her office?
She has an office?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
she's busy.
Oh, my.
No, she works a lot, actually.
Yeah?
Actually, yeah, she makes a lot of dough. She's good. She's good at what she does.
What do working couples want these days?
I wouldn't know. New golf balls. I don't want to say what I want.
New golf balls.
New golf balls. OJ says new golf balls. New golf balls.
Well, OJ was never good at this couples thing, so I wouldn't listen to
What
him.
do working couples want? More time together.
Flexibility to support each other.
Yeah, we want that. It is an illusion. I don't even know what that means.
I know. I had to read further to figure it out.
Yeah, my wife's busy.
A new study says that the majority of working couples view their careers as equally important. Do you think your careers are equally important?
No way. Mine is like 50 billion times more important than my wife.
So they say they want the flexibility to support each other's career needs.
Oh, yeah.
The year-long study was conducted by the Catalyst Group, whoever they are. It found many of the nation's 28 million dual earners see a second family income as giving them the freedom to take career risks, including quitting their jobs if they're not satisfied.
No, I ain't going to be quitting my job based on what my wife makes. And not only that, like the other day, we're home, and I had to do some work. I was writing something with Fred.
Yeah.
And my wife says, listen, you got to watch the kids for a couple of minutes here. I'm in the middle of working. I said, come here. Get in here. I said, your work is irrelevant. I said, look how much money I'm bringing in, and look how much you're bringing in. Now, you tell me who has to work. Work means you get paid. Get out of here. Yeah, then she told me to shut up, and that was it.
Oh,
I watched the kids.
Nice time.
I watched the kids.
Did you watch the kids?
Of course. Yeah, she was. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I got to go to that same counselor Tim Allen's with.
Well, it seems that she feels your careers are equally important.
Well, she feels her career is very important, yeah.
Oh,
to her. Yeah. I don't know who else. I mean, yeah, to her and the people she works with. I count job importance by how much you make.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel I'm more important.
Right.
I think if I'm the one paying for everything, limos into the city,
including your office,
theater tickets, office, all the training she's getting, everything that she does, my job's more important. That's how I feel. If I'm wrong, call me up. Let me know.
All right. The study also found almost 2/3 of men and 3/4 of women want the option to control the pace of their job,
right?
Which means slowing it down when family responsibilities call.
I need that, too.
Yeah? Yeah, like you want to be there.
When family responsibilities call, I want my job increased. I want the pace quickened. I'm not good with responsibility. You know.
Yeah, it's better that you stay away.
I tell my wife, without me, you're counseling people in a phone booth. No, you gotta give and take in a marriage.
Oh, good. You're learning that.
Well, so far I learned how to take. I'm trying to work on the giving part.
You're trying to figure that other part out.
Yeah.
Oh.
I got half of it down. Take.
It's Inauguration Day in New Jersey for
right.
Governor Christy Todd Whitman.
God bless Governor Todd Whitman.
About 100 anti-abortion activists are keeping a vigil outside a Roman Catholic church in Newark.
Good.
Where an interfaith prayer service for Governor Whitman's second inauguration is underway.
Good. Stand there all day and pray.
One protester managed to get a seat inside the cathedral of...
Despicable people. The governor is a wonderful woman. She's being inaugurated. She had nothing to do with any of these people. These people want to stop regular people from getting abortions. As we said earlier, let them go stop their own abortions. What are you worried what I'm doing?
Yeah, they're afraid if abortions are legal, they might get them.
Yeah.
One protester managed to get a seat inside the Cathedral Basilica of the Sacred Heart. The woman seated toward the back of the congregation was whipped out by state police after she began screaming.
You're lucky Christy Todd Whitman's governor over there, because if I was governor, I'd have you all executed. What do you think of that? I'd have them executed, like in China.
Other demonstrators cordoned off across the street from the Basilica by police barricades were singing, praying, and preaching.
Despicable.
Many carrying signs, some gory.
Good.
That pictured bloody, dismembered fetuses.
Yeah, they don't want my kids being able to get an abortion. I'm for my kids having abortions. I encourage it. I love it. And who are they to tell me what I can do with my kids, them animals?
Or yourself.
In front of that beautiful Christy Todd Whitman sitting there trying to ruin her inauguration. You despicable do-nothings. Religious zealots. Having a nice ceremony over there.
Meanwhile, down in Tampa...
I ought to go over to that ceremony and kick all those people right in the nuts.
Down in Tampa, Florida, the National Organization of Women is upset over a letter from a Florida sheriff to an abortion clinic doctor.
You're lucky I don't approve of violence.
The doctor had written Lee County Sheriff John McDougal saying he felt threatened by protesters at his clinic. McDougal responded by calling the doctor a baby killer and told him he would do everything in his power to assist the protesters.
That's nice.
Now, this is the sheriff.
That's great.
The doctor had expected the sheriff to say he would enforce legal restrictions on demonstrators.
Yeah.
A now spokeswoman calls the sheriff's response dangerous and scary.
Yeah, he's not even going to uphold the law.
McDougal also caused controversy last year when he warned visitors to stay away from Florida because the release of a batch of violent felons made the state dangerous.
That's good. Get rid of him, too.
We know that smoking is hazardous to your health, but sometimes the thing you use to light the cigarette can be hazardous to your health, too. A Rhode Island man was at I guess he was out shopping somewhere on Sunday when he found one of those miniature handguns on the floor.
Yeah, he thought it was a lighter?
He thought it was one of those lighters you use, that look like guns.
Yeah.
So he took it home and he tried to light it, and it fired a .22 caliber bullet through one of his windows. Thank God.
That's funny.
He wasn't pointing it at anybody.
Oh, that's funny.
Can you imagine?
That's great.
The man called police, and they traced the gun to a businessman who's been licensed to carry it. The tiny weapon had fallen out of his ankle holster.
Yeah.
So just be careful. That may be a real gun, not a lighter.
Well, I want to test that thing out.
Over the weekend, I also saw this story in the news.
It's a bad idea making cigarette lighters that in the shape of guns. They should be outlawed. What else is in the news, Robin?
A 16-year-old boy and two cousins pleaded innocent to murder yesterday in Linwood, California. This was probably on Friday, actually, in the stabbing of one of the youth's mothers. It was a crime, they say, that was inspired by the movies Scream and Scream 2. Authorities believe that the 16-year-old and his 14-year-old cousins carried out the stabbing and that a 17-year-old cousin helped plan the attack.
Wow.
Gina Castillo, 37, managed to dial 911 before she collapsed at about 2:45 p.m. Inside her apartment, she was lying on the floor. She was pronounced dead on arrival at the hospital. The boys allegedly planned to kill both the 16-year-old parents in a move inspired by the movie Scream. They were going to wear the Grim Reaper masks and use those voice distortion boxes like they see in the movie, but then they found that the items were too expensive. Their names are now being withheld because of their ages, but they've been charged with murder, robbery, burglary, and torture, and with one count each of conspiracy to commit murder, robbery, burglary, and torture.
Okay.
So there you have it. They were going to follow the characters in the movie Scream, but the costumes cost too much, so they just went ahead and killed one of their parents.
All right.
I hope nobody's going to say we have to ban Scream because of that.
Mm-hmm.
And finally today, this is a very bizarre attack in Cambridge.
Mass.
I don't know whether that's Cambridge, Massachusetts, or Cambridge somewhere else.
It's Cambridge, Massachusetts.
You sure?
Sure.
How would you know?
First, there's only one Cambridge.
Oh, there's plenty of them.
All right, go ahead.
It wasn't a pleasant experience for a Pleasant City man who was assaulted at his home on Tuesday evening. The man was treated and released from Southeast Ohio Regional Medical Center, so it couldn't possibly be Massachusetts. His attackers had placed a plastic ketchup bottle over his penis.
I once did that to somebody.
No, you did not.
No, I'm just kidding. You mean he was attacked in his home?
According to a Guernsey County Sheriff report, a 911 call was received from a residence around 4 or 5:25 p.m. The man said that he was cut and bleeding after being assaulted at his residence. Deputies arrived in the area a short time later and found the man at a neighbor's home standing on the front porch with the bottle hanging.
Off his penis.
I would imagine so.
And, he didn't do this to himself?
The man told authorities that two men had jumped out of a red Chevy truck and asked where the neighbor was. When he replied he didn't know, one man held him while the other stuck the bottle over his penis. He then went to his kitchen and got a knife and attempted to cut the bottle off.
Right.
The two men then walked over to the neighbor's house and broke a window and drove off. The man was taken to the hospital by the EMS. Deputies entered the victim's home to find blood on the living room floor, the carpet leading to the kitchen, and blood covering a knife at the end of the table.
So they don't think he did it to himself? They think that he really was attacked by two people?
They're not saying what they think.
I see. Right.
But what do you think?
I don't know. Like sometimes you see these cases with penis where guys say that they were attacked and their penises were cut off.
Have you ever heard of two men just grabbing a man and putting a ketchup bottle? Why would they have a ketchup bottle?
In some cases, the guy would be very embarrassed to say he was messing around with a ketchup bottle, okay? Or you say ketchup bottle. You say ketchup or ketchup?
Ketchup. Did I say ketchup?
I don't know.
Ketchup.
Anyway, all right. What's the difference? The point is, it would be embarrassing. I would go to the hospital. If I had a ketchup bottle.
You're riding down the street in a red Chevy truck.
Yeah.
You see a guy.
And you jam a ketchup bottle on his penis.
You grab him, hold him down, and one of you jams a bottle on his penis?
I've had thoughts of doing that to people.
You don't take anything.
Right.
You don't do anything else.
But the point is, it could have happened. Just protecting us.
I think we need further investigation.
We need more investigation
of this story.
All right, we're not police. We don't know what anybody does. We just read it. We don't analyze it.
It's amazing.
Okay.
Oh, there's one more thing. There's a new magazine out.
Yes.
Called Teen People.
I'm a subscriber, yes. I'm into all things teen.
And Jennifer Love Hewitt is the
beautiful
first cover girl.
There you go.
Of the inaugural issue. And I guess she's become a spokesperson for the magazine.
Good for her.
Here she says the policy of not using professional models is a good one for the self-esteem of the readers of Teen People.
Wow.
When you're a teenager and you're very insecure.
Pretty important topic. Let's go back to the ketchup bottle.
And you're confused and, you know, you're kind of going through all that thing and you're having to deal with who you're going to be, the last thing that you need to worry about is whether you're the most beautiful girl in the whole world or whether you look like Cindy Crawford or whether you don't.
That's all I worry about.
Feel good about yourself. And I think they're doing a really smart thing by putting real teenagers
like you.
in magazines, all different shapes, all different sizes, all different nationalities, all different colors.
Okay. You know what? I mean, really.
And she says Teen People won't be sugarcoating things for its readers.
It's a magazine that says, you know what, yeah, there's teen angst, and yes, you're confused, and yeah, you know, sometimes being a teenager can really just suck.
Yeah, it's real hard.
You know, sometimes it can just not be any fun, but it's...
Great.
Her life sucks?
Yeah.
Then none of us have a choice.
You know what her life sucks? Like when she gets her bikini waxed and it hurts.
She has a bad hair day.
Yeah.
It's okay, and you should be really proud of that because it's like one of the best times in your life.
Yeah. Then put me on the cover. You want to know about teenagers that had a sucky teen. Yeah, you want to know about teen angst, man. Interview me. Never mind Jennifer Love Hewitt.
And one more thing today. We hadn't mentioned this before, but Carl Perkins, one of the
nobody cares.
pioneers of rockabilly music.
No offense to the gentleman. I don't think anyone cares.
He's now dead at the age of 65.
I've seen him on TV a couple of times. He had a funny hair.
Yes, he did have very funny hair.
And teeth.
And I always thought he was older than 65.
Yeah,
he seemed very old to me.
Well, Bert says he's 65.
So Carl Perkins, who had a series of strokes over the last couple of months, has died.
All right.
And here he is from a 1984 interview on why rockabilly has endured.
Rockabilly has endured? In whose house?
Kids were getting high on the gymnasium floor. Dust was flying. Bobby socks were popping.
You're right. He must have had a stroke. And he ain't answering that question.
It's great. And I felt as I know...
you must have played the wrong one. Okay.
A couple of years with...
All right, what was the question again? I don't know.
I went number 11.
No, that was 11.
That was?
Yeah, maybe you won 12. Let's try 12.
I went downstairs and I got my old guitar and I happened to think of the nursery.
I don't think he's going to answer any of these questions. Let's see what he did.
Answer the question.
What's the difference? You went downstairs.
He's, I guess he's talking about riding Blue Suede Shoes.
Oh, Blue
one
Suede
of his
Shoes.
most famous songs.
All right, so you walk downstairs. You got to get
the money too for the show. 3 get ready and 4 to go. We used to play hide and go seek and use that phrase. And I said, that's it. And I went down, I got my guitar, 1 for the money, dum, dum, 2 for the show, dum, dum. My wife, Valda, stuck her head down the stairs. She said, Carl, you're going to wake these babies up. I said, well, I'm sorry. She said, whose song is that? I said, it's ours. She said, that's a good song. You ought to finish it. I said, well, go back to bed and leave me alone. I will.
Well, it's 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready now.
Go, cat, go, don't you? Who's that, Elvis or Carl Perkins?
Isn't it Elvis?
I think it's Carl Perkins.
It could be Carl. It's Carl.
Yeah, that sounds like Carl Perkins.
But Elvis did this too, right?
Oh, yeah. Carl Perkins wrote it and Elvis sang it.
Yeah. He had a hit with it, and he was going to New York.
No.
He was going to be appearing. It was like a #1 song at the time. He was going on the Perry Como show. And
who was?
He was Carl Perkins.
Yeah.
And he got into a car crash, a really bad car crash.
Yeah.
In the meantime, Elvis covered the song, had a hit, even bigger hit with it, and kind of pushed Carl Perkins out of the way. Supposedly that car crash ended his career.
Wow. Didn't know that.
Why did it end his career? Because he was messed up?
He was so messed up, and by the time he got well again, Elvis had totally eclipsed him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because they said, he said, here I was competing with this guy with good hair and good looks.
Right, yeah. It's
and a voice.
He sounds like a pretty cool guy.
So, Carl Perkins, dead at the age of 65.
Too bad.
Here's another one of his songs, Honey Don't.
Honey Don't?
Yeah, number 8.
Never heard of it.
Play it. Well, honey don't.
Yeah, honey don't.
Honey don't. Honey don't.
Honey don't. Honey don't. I think I know the words to this. Let me try it. Honey don't.
Honey don't.
Let me sing it again. Honey don't.
Baby, and you ought to know. I like the way that you wear your clothes.
Do you know who's singing?
No, I would say Carl Perkins.
Who is it?
Ringo.
That's right.
Wow.
In the back, you with the doggone speed.
He's got a great voice.
Over your feet.
All right.
Oh, and one other thing. Now, I understand that Gary Shandling is not coming back to the show, the Larry Sanders Show, next year, but he's being coy about it.
What's his problem? Just get in there and do the show. What else you got to do?
It's hard to know what a year from now you're going to be doing, isn't it? If I say to you, I need to know seriously right now. It's hard, but I'm doing the best I can.
Who's this? What show is he on?
He must have been holding a press conference or something.
Decisions.
Yeah. We're the only ones that watch that show anyway.
I know. And he won't tell us whether he's coming back or not.
He just ought to call us directly.
I really like directing. I have a movie with Sean Penn and Kevin Spacey, and I enjoyed acting in that. I still have a movie at Columbia that I want to get shot, and I love Larry Sanders. So I have an enormous number of opportunities that I have to explore.
Dude, you've been talking about that movie for 10 years now.
Too many things.
Yeah. Meanwhile, none of them make any money.
Yeah, he'll give up Larry Sanders. The movies will go plop.
Yeah.
Then he'll come back.
Yeah.
They say they might continue Larry Sanders with Jon Stewart. They haven't decided quite yet.
That sounds great. All right, I like John, though. He's a good man. All right. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. And that's what's happening. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. Watch the Whack Pack on E! tonight. Hypnotized, Part 2.